好的，在这边再一次的提醒进场的球迷朋友，拿到绿色应援梯，不要把它放在包包或者是放在座椅旁边，赶快把它换上，让我们凝聚起我们属于台啤永丰云豹的力量，换上应援梯，捍卫我们今天的主场，保护胜利。再次感谢大家的莅临。那么我们今天呢，因为开场活动的表演，我们要来请两队的球员。 暂时停止赛前练习，马上要进入今天冠军赛事的开场演出。谢谢大家。Please stop practicing. Thank you.我们请各队球员来暂时停止练习。 好，再一次感谢今天莅临桃园巨蛋，一同关注2023-24 T1 联盟总冠军系列战第2站的所有来到现场的好朋友。那我们今天呢，在我们总冠军赛事来开打之前，也特别的安排了一个非常有创意的演出，要来献给所有的球迷朋友。邀请来自台南文山国小。 电音三太子创意电音活力舞青春的表演。台南文山国小的电音三太子成立于民国104年，他们的创立宗旨就是希望能够透过传统艺术的教学，让学生领略传统艺术之美，传承传统的技艺。那么从创团以来，年年都成为各大单位邀请表演的这个团队。 例如南昆生的平安延记、大台南伊那生变生、学甲慈济宫、上白郡大典等等，也曾获邀2018年台湾灯会的在嘉义的开幕典礼演出。那么在本赛季 T1 联盟，我们台啤永丰云豹的例行赛也曾经邀请他们来到桃园巨蛋演出，让全国的观众看到我们文山国小小朋友们的自信展现。现在。 就来邀请我们进场的球迷朋友，给我们台南文山国小最热烈的掌声，为我们带来精彩的表演，燃起这群孩子的战斗魂，创意电音活力舞青春。
进入台边，即摆是咱电音三太子的进球，来来起价。咚咚当当，电音三太子来啦！电音三太子起价。 台球按照神男进入台边，起到。够嘞，来够嘞，一起随着电音三太子的脚步跳起来。
什么？抛开书本走上台，放轻松，健康比赛，我们会不会一起？嘿嘿嘿，新时代我们什么都爱，换彩跳绳舞起来，舞起来！
掌声来送给我们来自台南的文山国小电一三太子。好的，谢谢我们台南文山国小电一三太子的演出，带来这么喜气的表演，相信也是在预祝我们今天的主场球队能够顺利的来拿下胜利。 好，一个喜庆的演出结束之后，接下来要呈现给现场所有球迷朋友最美丽的画面，准备一起来欢迎我们台北永丰云豹的专属啦啦队——浪 Life 电豹女 Leopards Girls， 我们带来另外不同感受的开场表演。 而在此，你的掌声加尖叫，让 Live 电报女。 掌声送给让 Live 电报女，我们带来热情的表演。希望大家稍后在比赛过程陪伴着让 Live 电报女一起来为台北永丰云豹加油，谢谢。 T1 联盟2023-24赛季总冠军系列战 Game 2来到桃园巨蛋，所有的篮球喜爱篮球的现场球迷朋友，大家晚大家好，我是本场次冠军系列战 MC Mars。那么在我们要来进行精彩赛事之前，先邀请现场球迷朋友，把你的双手一起借给我们总冠军系列赛的赞助商永丰银行，谢谢永丰银行。 带给我们这么精彩的赛事相关的系列商品。那么永丰达户数位账户携手我们云豹来挑战总冠军赛，也希望邀请球迷朋友跟着我们的达户，将会来举起我们的 T1 总冠军奖杯。那么相信今天大家进场也拿到了许多相关的应援物品，我们也希望大家来到我们组长台北永丰云豹的组长，能够好好的利用这些应援相关物品，不但能为台北永丰云豹来加油，而且能够来度过一个非常开心而且互动性相当高的这个主场赛事。首先，这边有一个我们台北永丰云豹专属的应援画板。 相信如果有拿到的球迷朋友，可以将它这个写上你为台北永丰云豹专属你自己为云豹加油的相关口号，在比赛过程中随时的可以高高举起，让我们的球员看到，让摄影师看到，让导播看到，您将有机会将你的这个加油口号送给全国的观众朋友。另外一项最重要的是，进场如果也有拿到我们应援的只差一罐绿色 T 的，务必赶快的把它换上。 让我们全部的球迷朋友能够换上这个绿色 T， 小朋友功课一定可以得第一，穿上绿色 T， 大朋友工作都顺利，好不好？小朋友、大朋友全部一起换上绿色 T， 让我们桃园巨蛋今天保护住我们主场的胜利。 那么今天呢，现场也来了许多的长官贵宾，在这边一一的来为各位来介绍一下，谢谢他们莅临主场来为我们的球友、球员加油。也介绍到的贵宾也麻烦能够起身，跟我们今天这么热情而且踊跃的球迷朋友来打声招呼。首先，也是我们的总冠军系列战的赞助商，为各位来介绍永丰金控董事长陈思宽董事长，欢迎董事长。哇，董事长好，永丰银行董事长曹维时董事长，永丰银行，曹董好。接着是我们一整季下来相当辛苦的台啤永丰云豹，我们执行长张建伟执行长，执行长好。我们桃园企业联合会执行长杨文庆执行长，执行长在现场吗？我们桃园企业联合会副执行长陈家俊副执行长，欢迎您。诚业生医投资控股股份有限公司副董事长李典野副董也来到现场，欢迎您。我们世邦电讯董事长吴彦宏董事长，应该还没有在座位上。诚实建筑开发有限公司董事长彭志奇董事长，还有同样是一整季相当辛苦的 T1 联盟秘书长王志群，王秘书长欢迎。连续2站都莅临现场，我们继续为选手加油。接着我们要来邀请我们一整季下来打造我们台啤永丰云豹这么精彩赛事的辛苦的执行长张建伟执行长来为现场我们的主场球迷将军计划最热情掌声送给邀请张建伟执行长，欢迎。
首先要谢谢桃园市府。我先插播一下，本来市长夫人是说她每一站都不缺席，但是临时有一个事情，所以她今天没有办法来，要先跟所有桃园市民说没办法跟你们一起共嗨，她先跟你们说声抱歉。那今天真的很谢谢桃园所有的朋友，因为就我知道，我们这一路来经营过很多球场，回到了桃园巨蛋，今天这样的一个盛况，其实让我非常的揪心跟感动。那我声音不是天生是这样的，只是只要遇到我们的主场，我的呐喊就会变成这样。我相信你们今天来也是，我相信经营一个球队是没有捷径的，所有的事情都是一步一脚印。今天你们的来，就证明我们的球队真的一路走来，其实我们很努力，我们的球员很打拼。不管今天我们是不是第一次进到季后赛，也冲击了总冠军，我们总是希望能把这个冠军留在桃园，献给所有的球员跟球迷们。最后，我想跟大家分享的一件事情是这样的：我们为何而来，为何而走？其实，我们既然属地在桃园，我们就是为桃园而来。我们为什么而走？我们希望帮桃园报一个总冠军，继续走下去。也希望借由今天在场所有来宾、所有朋友、所有桃园人的声音，来支持我们每一个拼战到底、挥汗如雨的球员们。也谢谢你们声嘶力竭、全力热血，为我们球员做每一个鼓舞跟掌声。谢谢各位，
谢谢执行长。今天继续陪伴着台啤永丰云豹，为桃园而战。今天赛事要来对战开打之前，为各位来准备介绍本场次对战球队登录球员名单。首先为各位介绍今天来访客队台北战神登录球员。球衣背号0号 number leader 林炳胜，球衣背号3号丁胜儒，球衣背号7号刘燕婷，球衣背号9号张兆成，球衣背号12号林怡辉，球衣背号20号孙思瑶，球衣背号29号曾根玉 ，number 30球衣背号30号 Latspa Cornew。台北战神本场是 starting five 先发5人。球衣背号57号曹勋香 ，Number 10球衣背号10号 Jaren Johnson，Number 35球衣背号30号 Nadoi Yusufa， 球衣背号8号 Number 8陈文宏，球衣背号11号黄聪汉。台北战神领队尚瑞强，总经理林佑廷，执行长黄万龙，代理总教练许浩成，助理教练彭德轩、倪学谦 Milan。 Teamwork 只差一冠 ，Leopards go！
Winning is not just a goal, it's my destiny. I will destroy your spears to achieve our glory. Leopards.
为您介绍台啤永丰云豹本场次登陆球员名单。首先为您介绍场上刁钻犀利、场下阳光暖男，他是我们的微笑杀手，6陈孝荣。 低调沉稳干练就是他的代名词，招牌 Fanways 资深豹迷永远的回忆。Number 1， 郑伟。埋藏于阿美族血脉中的射手基因，单场9颗3分还没有到极限，存起了要你命的垂杯号7号 Number 7， 卢杰米。 老将魂不灭，只是用另一种方式焕发第二春。端端看好了，爸爸上场就是要来拼尽全力捶背号10号朱一中。敢冲敢拼的精神要来证明自己的含金量，让人不敢相信这个大学生怎么会这么扛。捶背号10号特林信宽。 面对任何时刻打 OSB Ready， 永远最值得信赖的震爆英雄 ，Number 27 27号黄正。不是在抓篮板，就是在抓篮板的路上，用雄壮的肌肉撑起一片天。本赛季的篮板王 Number 41 Devin Williams。 要用爆高能量的防守撑起禁区防线，还要面对了他护框使者 Number 82 80号刘元凯。Leopards today starting five 先报人名单。Number 5准备号5号。 身高从来不是限制他的理由，他用别的方式成就新的高度，拥有大心脏的小巨人高 金伟。Number 75，准备好75号，最 top 的颜值送出最遥远的祝福。中华队顶级3D 实力就是这么不容置疑，他是 Kiwi 李奇伟。前 NC 大波威冠军成员。 本季同时荣获得分王以及超级王，攻防一体的强悍就是这么一回事。Number 24， 24号 Russell Turbo。这边24号 Number 14， 发动引擎加速过人。 就是这么的简单，关键时刻有他在，总是这么的安心。云豹对魂，蒋玉安。Next time， 毛宇，现场球迷朋友，准备好15号 Number 15。 技巧最前面的 NBA 全明星中锋，场上的热情最容易感染着每一位队友。哎，干着背，不要怕，大哥带你飞 ，The Leopards， Cosmos。2019台北永丰频道领队丁彦哲、营运长严行书、球团顾问周俊山、Head Coach 总教练 Charles Dupress、Assistant Coach 助理教练 Jeffrey Dosado、Assistant Coach 助理教练刘文和。双方最后的场上热身 ，Final One。 我们手中的拍拍扇折叠纸板，除了可以张开来为台北永丰云豹加油之外，也可以把它折起来。无论你有1只或者是2只，都能够稍后跟着我们进攻防守的节奏一起拍打起来，为台北永丰云豹加油，好不好？我们的折叠扇，球迷朋友如果第一次进场，记得赶快把它折起来，稍后能够发出声响来为台北永丰云豹加油。 再次提醒大家，拿到绿色 warm-up tops.
They got the "I got your back" from DeMarcus Cousins halftime speech.
台北永丰云豹团结的力量，一起把它穿上，一起换上我们的应援 T， 一起换上应援 T， 保卫主场，捍卫这个场次的胜利。应援 T， 赶快把它穿起来，绿色的应援 T， 谢谢各位。这边是我们大有国中的吗？大有国中的吗？ 永丰银行的朋友，如果有绿色应援 T， 赶快把它换上。好，那么稍后有相关的我们很多的进攻、防守时候，需要各位一起加油的。我们先来交给我们的电报里笑笑，来教导大家一些相关的活动。笑笑。
现场的球迷朋友们，大家下午好，我是电报里的笑笑。 接下来的时间呢，要来带大家跳我们的应援曲啦，一起赢得今天比赛的胜利，拿下2连胜，好不好？让我听到你们热情的声音在哪里？那手边呢都有应援板跟应援毛巾，还有应援的衣服，大家一起穿起来，举起你的应援板，跟着节奏一起摆动，可以吗？稍后借给我你们的双手， 老师音乐，谢谢。双手接给我。云豹 ，Let's go Leopard， 双手双手。哎 ，Go Go Go， 双手在哪里？云豹 Go Let's go， 很好，再一次听我听我，老师音乐音源版举起来。我看到你们的音源版在哪里？送礼物喽！云豹 Go， 声音在哪里？
成功明星快线，说把球打进哦，林比生疯了，强力的入后，黄东汉，哇，高进伟开大大，哇，太狂了，疯掉了，疯掉了，疯掉了。
Happy Sunday, folks, wherever you're watching, however you're streaming. It's the T1 Finals presented by M News. The Taipei Mars and Taoren Leopards face off for Game 2 of the championship here at Taoren Elite Arena before heading to Heping Gymnasium next Thursday. 各位观众朋友们，你正在收看 T1 冠军赛英文转播，要听中文讲评，请在以下找到连接。要跟着英文转播呢，跟我们一起疯掉。Here on the English side, my name is Taylor Chen, your play-by-play on call, and with me is Scotty D. Scotty D, you want to briefly talk about the last game?
Well, game 2, last game, the Mars have been surprising everyone who follows the T1 league. The intensity they play with is why they're in this position. Now, I feel the Leopards just have too much talent for the Mars to take care of business today, but let's see. Hopefully the Mars can make it an exciting basketball game.
So far, Leopards with one win. The score in the previous game, 106 to 101. So as I mentioned before, the average spread was of the Leopards wins is 5 points. So still a relatively close game, but the Leopards managed to win just skimming by. Taking a look at the game notes today, 林家人站出来. Both teams have a Lin coming off the bench, Ling Bingsun and Ling Xingquan. Now taking a look at their stats side by side, Nelson averaging 19 points a game, putting in 37 minutes. Now the rookie on the Leopards side is no small fry, has experience playing in the playoffs, scoring 10 points on average. Now looking at Cao Junxiang or Michael Cao, now he is projected to be the most improved player of the league. Taking a look at his regular season stats, 9 points a game, making 50% of his threes, as opposed to game 1 of the championship, 14 points, 66% out on the perimeter. So huge improvements, huge stats bump up since being in the Taipei Mars organization, previously playing for the Taiwan Beer Hero Bears. Now, 6 of the 11 Hero Bears are now in the championships. Now, we're going to be talking to Michael Cao before the game. He's going to be sharing pre-game notes for us.
Good look at Michael Cao there, Magic Mike. Gonna need a big game from him today.
Now, the 25-year-old had some strong words about the hardwood floor. So if you guys notice that, we got some new hardwood today.
因为平常就大家平常训练，只要训练够多，其实就是会有相对的球员都一定会有自信嘛。其实不管是不是我出手或是别人做，其实我觉得那时候的5个，大家其实都有这个资格或者说有这个自信去做，只是那刚好时间也都是在我身上。 所以我觉得这不是说什么我个人这样，我觉得其实那时候大家其实都是准备好可以做这些做这些出手去决定比赛胜负，我只是刚好是那个瞬间。我觉得可能是因为我们彼此相信着彼此吧，对啊，因为我们从季初到现在不被看好，不管落后几分，我们始终是相信我们是可以追过去的。只要比赛还没有结束前，我们都是一直去努力、去奋斗的去拼。所以这可能就是我们一直以来的一个算是球队文化吧，我觉得。 就是不管落后几分，我们都是相信着我们一定可以超前，可以去跟他们拼斗这样子。
Michael Cao talking about the teamwork and the tenacity and intensity that the local players have. Now, they were behind by 15 points the previous game, ended up taking the lead by 8 points, but you know, it takes all the players on the team to contribute. Now, taking a look at the next player who's going to be sharing some pre-game notes is Lee Xingquan or Bruce. Once again, having a lot of playoff experience playing for the 3-on-3 Asia Games in Guangzhou last October.
就是我那时候，因为我中间季中有一段受伤的时候嘛，然后那一段在受伤之前，其实我觉得我自己的命中率蛮低的，然后是一度不到3成，因为我自己有时候会看一下。然后我在受伤的时候，因为知道自己受伤了，可能没办法参与训练，但是在投篮的部分或是维持手感的部分，就是一直有在加强。然后，所以那时候其实做了蛮多投篮的训练，然后再回来之后，有慢慢的一直在提升自己的命中率，然后也觉得就是训练的效果是有效的，那也就是 继续维持着就是之前的训练的模式，然后让自己的手感维持。我觉得昨天那场比赛是因为我们第一节的3分线命中率其实蛮高的，所以很容易就会把比分拉开。但是到了第2节之后，开始战神他们有点就是更想要赢得这场比赛，他们的企图心开始越来越展现出来。然后我们有一些在防守上的问题跟篮板上的问题没有做好，所以导致我们第1节领先的分数这样子花光。那我们觉得 我们那时候在中场的时候，教练团跟就是卡森也都有跟我们讲说，我们现在最重要的问题是我们的篮板球。那我们后面下半场之后开始加强我们巩固我们的篮板球，然后才有办法把比分这样子咬回来。那我觉得今天对我们来说最大的课题一样是对方的进攻篮板，所以我们一样要先把就是防守跟卡位先做好，然后想办法把篮板球掌握住。
Talking about how the Leopards trailed behind the Mars in the previous game. Now, like I mentioned before, the Leopards managed to get behind on the game, 8 points. Now, talking about the Mars having a lot of ferocity in the second quarter, struggled on defense and allowing the Mars to out-rebound the Leopards, 33 to 12 rebounds by the first half.
Now, speaking to the Mars, now Nelson coming off the bench, he has the ability to provide the spark that they need, but they're going to have Yusu Endoy on the floor and not in foul trouble today.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we have a couple of the old guards who really stood out in the previous game, but before we talk more about that, our starting 5 for the Taipei Mars is Michael Tao, Coco, Barry, as well as Endoy and Jalen Johnson. For the Leopard side, Gao Jingwei, Bruce, Xiaoan, Mouse, Xiaoan, Kiwi, as well as Lasan Chroma and DeMarcus Cousins. Now, Lasan Chroma just last night was announced that he is selected to be the import of the year. Now, that comes no surprise. Coming in for the first time to Taiwan, made 11 triple-doubles, 11 double-doubles, 3 triple-doubles in the regular season. Amazing stuff.
He had 30 points in game 1, kind of overshadowed by Cousins' 30 points, but he was plus 14 on the floor and 3 for 7 from downtown. Chroma, well-deserved import of the year.
He was also the points leader as well as the steals leader, T1 all-defensive team and T1 first team. So a lot of accolades for Lasan Chroma. As we take a look here at Charles Dubé-Bray, the interim head coach for the Taoren Leopards, came in around December to take over Zhou Junsan's job, was able to carry the Leopards to the championships. Once again, a huge turnaround for the Leopards since last season with a 6-24 record last season, despite having Dwight Howard on the team. But this season, we got General Manager of the Year Johnny Yen Yenxing Su bringing in their top prospects, as well as NBA star caliber in DeMarcus Cousins.
They're getting a lot of production from their imports, especially in game 1. The imported points, 70 out of the 106 came from America.
Yeah, definitely. The local players were a little bit more quiet and slightly more reserved. Lee Xingquan or Bruce was a little bit in a foul trouble. He did make 9 points, but he did make 4 personal fouls, so he did sit out a lot more than expected.
Surprising game from Korniak in game 1. 6 for 10 from the floor, missed a couple bunnies, but finished with 14 points. Stepping in for Yusoi, who was in foul trouble early.
Yeah, you mentioned, Scott, that, you know, Taipei Mars need Ndoi on the court. Now his personal record with T1, he scored 34 points up against the CTBC DEA for Game 5 of the play-in series.
He does have the ability to take over games. 7-foot Senegalese big man, he's got to stay on the floor.
Yeah, talking about 70 points for the imports the Leopards have made. On the other side, Mars only contributed 41 points. Not that it's very little, but, you know, 70 points, that just goes to show Lasan Chroma and DeMarcus Cousins are the import players of T1.
Cousins has been on a mission. Not shooting well from outside in the playoffs. Not shooting well, to put it lightly. So he's just putting his head down, getting it done. Doing what needs to be done for his team to win. On a mission.
Absolutely. He mentioned in the Kaohsiung and Leopard series in the locker room, there's a video that's been going around, and he said, I only brought 2 pairs of boxers. I want to get these games done. We need to win this. So winning, they sure did. They swept the Kaohsiung Aquas at their Fengshan Stadium a couple weeks back.
Cousins put his head down, went to the free throw line, and made his free throws yesterday. 11 for 12 from the free throw line. That is a veteran stat line right there. But 4 for 20 from behind the arc, but recognizing it and putting his head down.
The free throw percentage definitely hasn't improved. There was one game against the Kaohsiung Aquas where he only made 8 of his 15 free throws. So a huge improvement. Like you said, he's laser focused. He's ready to get this done in 4 games.
It hasn't really been pretty from DeMarcus Cousins in terms of how hard he's been driving to the hole, but doesn't need to be pretty to get the W here.
Taking a look at our fans at Taipei Arena. Now, we briefly talked about the hardwood floor here at the stadium. Now, Johnny Yen, or the GM of the Leopards organization, was explaining that, you know, with 4 teams scheduled to practice on this court, they did not have enough time to change the court from the Pilots' to the Leopards hard floor. Now, that giant sticker that you saw in the first game, it was FIBA compliant, but we had quite a few players complain about slipping and sliding on that giant sticker. So, just like that, they removed the floor and they replaced it with their original hardwood floor. Now, that's quite a feat. It takes 5 hours to remove the court and 5 hours to replace it. Now, we do still see some Plus League flags and some chairs or some equipment around, but, you know, it's quite a lot of work. So a huge shout out and a huge thanks to the stadium employees from both Plus League and T1.
They had to change the floor after Mike FIBA was just cooking on it last night. 38 points in that win in the same building here.
Now, the CEO of the Taiwan Leopards, Johnny Chang, came up to the court and gave everyone a speech and said that they're determined to get Taiwan their first championship. Now, the Plus League has the Purin Pilots, but for 3 seasons in a row, the Fubon Braves have been taking it. So let's see if the Taiwan Leopards can take the championship. Now, we got quite a few Sinopac Bank fans here. If you notice the fans in the purple shirts, that's the title sponsor for the Taiwan Beer Leopards.
And the Mars fans are here, been holding up their signs for the past 20 minutes. What do their signs say there? Can you read that?
You know what? They're a little bit far. They look like they're saying, it looks like it says Taipei, Taishing, Mars.
All right. Well, they were here early and they're dressed in red.
Right. Definitely. We talked about it before that the fans for the Taishing Mars, they're very much remind me of the Tainan Ghost Hawks fans because they travel well. You know, you see them always wearing the same colors, a sea of red, as you can put it. So today is a little bit of a switch up. We see the Leopards with a bunch of purple shirts behind the VIP boxes. Now, if you guys ever notice, the VIP boxes, they're these giant yellow crates. Now, they're supposed to emulate the crates that Taiwan beer is being held. That's the receptacle that the bottles are being held. So everybody's sitting on these Taiwan beer crates.
I like it. It's creative.
Very creative. But unfortunately, Leopards were short in winning Stadium of the Year, the CTBC DEA. Once again, third year in a row, won Stadium of the Year, and DEA also took Coach of the Year. Li Yihua or Guangge won for the second year in a row.
DEA definitely has some extra streamers left over from this year after not going to the finals, I think.
Now, there's a little bit of a game delay right now.
Looks like they're trying to plug something into the stanchion here. Not too sure.
Once again, you know, a lot of really quick turnaround here at Taoren Stadium. We have quite a few teams that co-lease the stadium, so not only is it Puren Pilots and the Taiwan Beer Leopards, but also in Xinzhuang, we got New Taipei Kings and the CTBC DEA. Now, luckily for the New Taipei Kings, DEA did not make the playoffs, so right now, as we mentioned before, it's the Pilots and the Leopards for Taoren City.
Looks like they were adjusting the height of this basket here. These guys are on top of it.
See our 17 long live Leopard girls getting the crowd here pumped up for game 2 at Taoren Arena. I'd say 50% capacity on a Sunday afternoon.
For this time of the game, it's pretty packed. Usually people start trickling in once the first quarter starts. As the players try to stay warm here on the sideline with this delay coming in here. Get some more good look at our fans.
Taoren Leopards having had 3 different home stadiums. One at 30,000 capacity, 15,000, and now we're here at Taoren Arena where it is total 15,000 capacity, but only selling about half of the seats here. Now on this day in the 21-22 years or season, the Taichung Suns played against the CTBC DEA in the finals. Or excuse me, not the DEA, the Taichung Suns up against the Kaohsiung Aquas. It was 118-96 was the score. Nelson started that game scoring 20 points. Coco and Ding Shenlu or Ding was in the game as well. Ding scoring 4 points and Coco being a big contributor to the game despite the loss at 10 points. Now, talking about the old guards being bigger contributors in the last game, Coco, you know, he's not going to be making big numbers. He's not going to be, you know, make a splash in the game, but he is the most consistent player for the Mars organization, has played and started all 28 games. Now, Ling Yihui on the other end, number 12, he is another old guard for the Mars, a more mature one, 38 years young.
You mentioned Ding. Now, he just kind of disappeared. He averaged 27 minutes per game in the regular season, had some flashes of brilliance, and they've just decided to not play him anymore. Nope, didn't register any time in the first game.
The last game he played against the Taoren Leopards was April 21st. Now, he scored 26 points. That was his season best so far, but, you know, during the season, up against the Leopards, we can see that Michael Tao and Ding kind of switch off. So Michael Tao has started 4 games against the Leopards, Ding Shenlu with 3. So I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna see if the Mars win today. I have a feeling that we might see Ding Shenlu start a game in one of these games in the series.
I just want to see the Mars put a competitive display out here, keep it close.
I mean, we certainly got that in the on Friday night.
Surprisingly, I didn't think it was going to be that close, and the Mars made it a basketball game worth watching.
Just holding out for I was holding out for the 4th overtime in T1 history. The last one was went overtime between the Taixing Mars and the DEA in the playoffs. As we have Sino-Pac chairman Chen Sikwan for the ceremonial tip-off. Now, earlier in the game, we did have a pre-game performance for a Tainan Elementary School. They had a traditional Taiwanese dance performance.
Those giant paper mache heads that haunt my dreams.
Yes, the temple music was loud and strong here in the stadium.
There was just one point yesterday's game in the 4th quarter where Cousins and Chroma just decided to take over the game. They weren't going to be denied. as we're finally ready for tip-off here. Good work by the ground crew getting this basket sorted up. Not sure what was wrong with it, but ready to go.
Well, we start off here at Taiwan Arena with Gao Jingwei with the ball. Now started yesterday's game, but only scoring 9 points. He's averaging 15 points per game in the playoffs. As Li Qiwei hands it off to Cousins. And he goes in for a long two and knocks it down.
In rhythm jump shot for DeMarcus Cousins to start the game.
Easy bucket, just a quick start as Jalen Johnson tries to answer back, gets his own rebound. Now that's something to talk about. The Mars out-rebounded the Leopards 49-31 as Ndoye at the free throw line drops in two. Now once again, you know, Ndoye is not a perimeter shooter like Cousins, but he is known to be making these deep twos or these mid-range shots.
Only in the playoffs has he been making them outside the key.
Yeah, definitely. 2-2. Once again, Cousins handed off by Kiwi on the left side, but returning back and forth here. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. He's got to make a move. He goes in, three off foot, and makes it in.
Step back, 1-footer, almost stepped out of bounds. 3 points.
Back-to-back shots. I mean, we probably might be seeing Chroma and Cousins just blazing away with scoring. Here's Coco at the corner for three, and it's good there.
Good answer from Coco.
Now he made 1 3-point shot in the last game, once again putting in consistent numbers. Nothing extraordinary as Wayne's lay-in goes around and out of the rim. Ndoye once again for the mid-range, no ricochets, and Gao Jingwei gets the rebound. Chue up against his old pal Barry from the Hero Bears. Once again, Mars possession. There's the bounce pass to the two bigs here. Now deep for three, it's Johnson. It's 8-3 now. Mars with the lead. No one coming in to sub yet. Cousins off to Chroma. Now with Coco, typically guarding imports. And here's a fadeaway, no good.
Good defense from Coco on Chroma. Tough assignment for him.
Tao Jingxiang or Michael off to Jalen Johnson. Once again on the left side, it's Ndoye up against Cousins. He's at the baseline, tries to bounce pass to Barry. It's gonna be a turnover though.
Just ran out of court. He's got to take it to Cousins hard. 2 feet jump stop and go up hard, big man.
Take a look at our head coach of the Taipei Mars, Xu Haoten, coming in mid-season. Well, he was the assistant coach for the Mars under Brian Adams, excuse me. A kick out to DeMarcus Cousins, that falls short. Johnson with the rebound. Quick pass back and forth, and a putback by Yusoi Ndoye.
Attacking the rim, the Mars, or that's the MO, they got to go inside.
Zhang Yuran or Wayne kicking out to Cousins. It's double team now, but he finds Gao Jingwei completely open under the basket for two. It's an assist for Cousins.
Mouse all alone in the house there.
Mouse has a personal record of 30 points, breaking the DEA scoring record as Michael Tao comes in. Michael cooking at Taiwan Arena.
Mars starting off hot from behind the three-point line.
3 for 3 for the Mars. 1 for 2. Chroma comes in for the lay-in. That's a foul call on Coco.
They're going to have to play team defense on the sand. Chroma, Coco's going to need some help. Not too many players can guard Chroma one-on-one. See, man, Magic Mike's three.
Now we coined the Magic Mike nickname because of his personal record, scoring 37 points against the Taiwan Leopards last season in February.
One of the first games I called.
Yeah.
Didn't know who this guy was. Came out of nowhere.
Right. Michael Tao Junxiang, he was the #1 draft pick for the Taiwan Beer Hero Bears last season. Chroma Drives in, bounce passes to Wayne. Right idea, could not execute there. Michael Tao bringing the ball back. Both bigs out on the perimeter. Johnson tries to pass it out to Barry, but there's DeMarcus Cousins and passes, quarterback passes back to the Mars. Coco once again at the corner, blocked by Lasan Chroma. A lot of possession changes in the last 10 seconds. Ball gets kicked out to Xiaoan, now to Cousins. Cousins gonna drive in for the slammer.
Cousins showing us he's got Boogie in the tank left. One-hand dunk, well done.
Lasan with a nice assist. Now Cousins with 7 points. Again, we hope to see the Taipei Mars' imports be more aggressive with the scoring. Now double team though, stuck in a hard place. Now Barry for three, looks like it's nothing but net there.
Barry and Bruce, both those guys could punish you from that 45-degree angle three-point shot.
Definitely want to see Barry get those more of those shots, and during the playoffs his percentage is not so great, getting in only 14% of his threes.
Ouch.
Cousins with 5 seconds left, spins around Coco, comes in aggressive, drives through the paint. Still Wayne's possession now. Coco charging foul.
Coco picks up a foul.
To be his second one already.
A lot of dribbling from DeMarcus Cousins on that last possessions, going through the legs, behind the back.
Again, just coming in strong with getting those points.
Here he comes.
Trying to get as big of a lead as possible in the first quarter. Now, you know, that does bring concern. Hopefully that'll he'll keep up with that same energy throughout the entire game. Xiaoan at the baseline, goes around and out to Cousins. Cousins for three, off the mark. Tao Jinshan underhands it. Ball gets bounced around, and Mouse gets a rebound, kicks it out to the perimeter. Chroma for three, can't connect. Barry gets the rebound, brings it back to Michael Tao. It's 2 against 1. He lays it in, and it's good.
Good read for Michael Tao. Endoy was calling for the lob. Michael Tao took what was available.
Now the Taiwan Leopards call for a timeout. The score is 18-9. The Mars with a comfortable lead as of now.
Jumping out to a fiery start for the Mars. Underdogs, let's go.
欢迎哦！想要我们的德川家康赞助商所特别提供给我们的身体按摩券，高高的跟我们的电报下，筋膜放松，精准的到位手法，要让你感受前所未有的舒适按摩。德川家康我们的赞助商提供了让您放松的身体按摩券，希望大家热情的跟我们电报来索取。为云豹继续来加油！
Coming back from the timeout, 18-9. Mars with the comfortable lead. Cousins drives in once again for a single-hand slam.
Veteran maneuver. He's so poor from behind the arc.
Cousins top scorer for the Leopards as Barry drops in another three. Back to back for him now.
Leopards might have to come out of zone if they keep punishing them from three.
Xiaoan drives it in for his own lay-in, answers back. Now we see Ling Xingquan or Bruce coming in for the first time in the game, number 12. In the green jersey, Michael Tao tries to find Ndoye, could not connect there.
Cousins took a shot to the head, slow to get back.
Chroma for the fadeaway. Off the mark this time, and Nelson Lingbing-sun in the game as well. Ndoye tries to push through for two. Will get a chance at the free throw line.
A lot of contact, a lot of inertia on that foul there.
Now we got Devin Williams coming in for Cousins.
Not giving up much size, subbing in Devin Williams, possibly some outside range.
Well, they're gonna need his rebound capabilities.
And here's my guy Ding, giving him some playing time. I like that call, coach.
It's first time seeing him in the championship. Did not put in any minutes, was on the roster on Friday.
He had 25 points in game 5 of the last series versus the BEA, then went 1 for 6 in the final game.
Now Ding Sunru or Ah Ding also having championship experience, as I mentioned before, played against the Kaohsiung Aquas in the championship round, the first season of T1. Ndoye does not make that free throw. 21-13, Devin Williams hands it off to Ling Xingquan. Ling Xingquan's best performance in the playoffs, scoring 20 points, making 4 of his 6 3-point shots against the Aquas. And Williams tries to force one in through contact. But here it is, Ding off to Bing Sun. Bing Sun for 3, and it's good!
Nelson providing that spark off the bench.
Coming in hot. We're gonna need Nelson with that energy and that ferocity.
He's full of energy, Nelson, watching him play.
It's just a matter of the other players following it suit as Wayne's 3 rattles out. Johnson off to Ndoye. Finds Barry across. Now he lays it in. No good. Let's see if Mars could get that back. It's Leopards' possession.
Leopards are closing out a little bit harder on the 3-point shot. Force Barry to put the ball on the floor. I think he's more comfortable shooting that standstill 3.
Ling Xingquan going around Barry, hands it off to Chroma. Chroma driving it in from the weak side.
Chroma still can't connect.
Off the mark there, behind the back pass, bounce off to Ndoye, and foul call on the Leopards.
Kiwi tried to take a charge there, found himself out of position, got trucked.
His first personal foul. Take a look at that replay. Nelson through his legs and back to Ndoye. That's going to be a personal foul called on Li Chue Kiwi, number 75.
Mars getting cute here in the first quarter.
Getting cute, yeah, getting fancy. I think Taipei Mars just have the mentality where they have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Once again, 85% of fans voted that the CTBC-DA would sweep the Taipei Mars. Ended up going to game 5, and Mars just with surprising
everybody, myself included.
Pretty incredible stuff to the Taipei Mars, and the DEA played for the first time ever at the Taipei Dome. That's Taiwan. That's the first ever professional basketball game held at Taipei Dome. Now the dome took over a decade to get finished, to get built. So pretty amazing stuff for T1 history also.
Big dome, not meant for basketball, but it was entertaining to have basketball in the city.
I think it's definitely worth just improving on, you know, because it's such an amazing space. It's such a central location. So maybe down the line with
probably
some improvements.
2 games at once inside that stadium.
Maybe with the Chinese Taipei white team, Chinese Taipei blue team, as Wayne goes in for the quick long 2 there. 10-point deficit on the Leopard side. They got some catching up to do as Nelson lays it in past Williams. Slippery, slimy like a salamander. Chao going around now. He finds a burst at the baseline. Can't finish there. Good defense on the Mars. They're being tough on the men in green. Chroma going around. Ding Sunru and Bing Sun manages to put down 2.
Can't fault Nelson's defense there. Did everything he could to try to stop Chroma.
And Doi trying to find Barry, but that skims over his fingers, out of bounds. Another turnover for the Mars. Now the Leopards gonna have some more subs. Number 82, Kai coming in for, let's see who he's coming in for right now. Kiwi, thank you. As well as our Ukrainian from the Mars, Korniak, in for the first time.
He was +2 in last game. Only guy on the Mars plus.
Scored 14 points. He came out strong, scoring 10 points in the first quarter, but afterwards in the second half didn't make any points. Now here's Leo Ren Kai, number 82, coming in. There's a screen for 82. Lasan Chroma though coming in for 2. Still can't connect. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Here's Bing Sun for 3, and nothing but net there. What a bucket!
Fiery start for Nelson again. He had 25 points in the first game, but shot 4 for 15 from the floor.
Made just as many shots as Jalen Johnson, who's sitting on the bench right now. Williams at the top for 2. Leopards struggling to put in any points right now. Final few minutes of the quarter. Bing Sun stuck. Here's a perimeter is Barry. Finds Ding Sunru. Ding Sunru at the corner. Ooh, way off for the air ball.
Hasn't played in a while, Ding. Shake that one off.
Ran around Ding Sunru and knocks it down for the bank shot. Some veteran skills that Ding Sunru can't guard. Now, Xiao An mentioning that giant sticker on the court was something that he was completely okay with, as Nelson finger rolls in another 2.
Quick 10 points for Nelson off the bench. That's that spark the Mars need.
Projected to be the 6th man of the year, 10 points and getting 3 rebounds so far. Nasan Chroma.
A lot of dribbling.
Got Barry guarding him. Goes around, ends up finding Leoren Kai. Kai is having a hard time with that play. Now, we've seen multiple times on Friday, Cousins and Lasan Chroma trying to find Kai at the basket, but either slippery fingers or just not a good read. But
yeah, you say hard time with that play. I think it's hard time catching the ball.
Yeah. Chroma coming back to the bench with 30 seconds left.
That's the end of Kai. Too bad.
Maybe getting some playoff jitters. This is his first time in T1 playoffs after falling short in 5th and 6th place in the last 2 seasons for the Leopards. Now the clock is counting down. Less than 15 seconds left to go. Ding Sunru up against Gao Jingwei. But Doi from the top goes in. Short hits the iron. Wayne coming in quick. Draws a foul off of Taiwan Beer.
Ding Sunru out of position. All you could do is foul him on the way by. Is it Barry that got him?
Yep, it's Taiwan Beer, Hero Bears' teammate, Barry, and Cao Junxiang coming in for Barry. Both Hero Bears players from last season. Barry starting off hot with 2 3-pointers, and Cousins tries to answer back with 1 second left.
Cousins now 5 for 23 from 3 in the playoffs.
Mars coming out strong. 30-19 is the score here at Taoren Arena. Stay tuned for more T1 finals.
看到2楼的外国的朋友都跳过这么的热情。
We're live here at Taiwan Arena. Take a look, we're finally back to having the Leopards' hardwood due to players complaining about the Puren Pilots' hardwood floor covering the Pilots' logo.
The Mars come out in that first period blazing hot, 7 for 10 from behind the three-point line. Leopards might have to switch into man-to-man if this continues.
Big Sen Nelson coming in hot off the bench already with 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Leading all scorers.
The Leopards players have still yet to round up to 10 points. Now Devin Williams and DeMarcus Cousins, the 2 imports for the Leopards. Johnson and Doi on the Mars side. Cao Junshang out to Johnson at the corner. And Bruce bats the ball to Xiao An. Cousins quick pass to Devin Williams under the basket. There's Ndoi though. Couldn't make that hook shot. Mouse manages to get the ball back. Nelson tries to get the ball back to the Mars. 18 seconds left on the clock. Here's Wayne for 3. Another assist for number 5.
Little race car, very aggressive in today's game so far.
Got 2 little race cars on the Leopard side and a quick timeout called by Xu Haoten. Or excuse me, looks like it's the Leopards timeout here. Mars inbounding the ball after that called timeout. 32-22 is the score. Mars with a 10-point lead already in the game. There's a high screen for Ndoi. Bing Sun driving in. He kicks it out, but here's another steal. Here's Xiao An bringing the ball in. Leopards players trailing in. He kicks it out to Lei Xingguan for 3, and it's good again!
Butter triple from Bruce.
Once again, his personal best in the playoffs. 20 points coming off the bench against the Kaohsiung Aquas. Pretty impressive stuff. Again, he's only 22 years old. First time ever in the professional basketball championship. Nelson, quick 2 there, rattles right in.
Nelson took that one right at Mouse's body. Good intensity from Nelson. 12 points, leading all scores.
One of the 3 players with championship experience was with the CTBC DA last season, and they proceeded to sweep the series. And here's a long shot by Mouse. Quick skip and a hop blocked by DeMarcus Cousins, and Wayne, just like that, brings it back for the fast break. Tries to hand off to Williams, back and forth here, and a quick release by Lei Xingguan once again, back-to-back for the 22-year-old. Amazing.
Big smile from Bruce after that shot.
Yeah, looks like he's having more fun today, not as much pressure for him. Again, he was in foul trouble on Friday with 4 personal fouls as Johnson travel called on jersey number 10.
Their coach really has a resting coach face. Doesn't really get excited, doesn't really get upset. Nice block from Cousins.
Not super expressive now in the Chinese forums. They call him Xu Zong of Heping. Now, the reason why is on the Plus League side, Fubon Braves' own coach, his last name is Xu also. So we got two Xu Dongs at Heping Gymnasium.
No emotion from this one.
Both of them have no emotions. They all have this resting coach face, as you call it.
That's right.
As Wayne, looks like ball goes out of foul, hits his leg. Personal foul called on Nelson there. First time we see Xiao An at the free throw line today.
Little race car, very quiet the first game. Putting a stamp on this one so far, about to hit his 10th point here.
First one is good. Now his free throw percentage pretty consistent, 75% in the playoffs. Now it's up to, he rounds it up to 10 points in this game. Won the October-November MVP of the month. Yes, that's right, October and November were merged together, as well as recently winning April MVP of the month alongside import MVP Lasan Chroma.
Quiet game from Chroma so far, still on the bench.
Kornia, jersey 30 up against Devin Williams. Hands it off to Johnson. 2 seconds left to go. He's got to make a move. That's short.
Korniak battling Cousins for position inside. A little bit too aggressive.
Leopards possession. More words coming out of Cousins.
Korniak getting a pulse from Cousins. I like it. Get into him, Korniak.
Now we got the two rookies on the Leopards on the court right now. And sidesteps off to Cousins at the perimeter. He's driving in against Nelson for the fadeaway. No good. Here's Cao Jinshan with a fast break. Drives it in, 2 against 1. He kicks it out to Barry, out of bounds. Could not find him.
A little bit out of control, that drive from Mike. Wants that one back. Barry wide open for the 3. If he could have got it to him here.
Was rushing it a little bit too much.
Tough.
Now they're giving Cousins a warning for
being Cousins, for talking?
Being Cousins, delay of game. Now looking at the screen, you just saw the Mars have made 3 turnovers. Leopards 0 in this quarter. Johnson and Cousins exchanging some words, just chatting it up. 8 minutes, 37 seconds left in the second quarter. 34-29 is the score.
Feel the momentum shifting a bit here towards the Leopards.
Now there's a warning called on the Taipei Mars for a delay of game as well. We starting off. Cousins to Devin Williams. Devin Williams loses the ball. That's a turnover. Okay, excuse me. Now they're saying it's the Leopards' possession, but the Mars players, including Johnson, want a challenge that call.
Is the coach going to draw the rectangle? Did he draw it?
He certainly did. The referees are walking over as the players get to their side.
Mars adamant that that ball should be theirs. Let's see what this replay looks like.
From what I saw, it looked like Williams is the last one to make contact with the ball.
One of those swipe down situations, and then off to Williams.
Now, mentioning before, the Leopards struggled in the first half on Friday night with getting those rebounds. Now take a look at this replay. Seeing who the last person making contact, Williams. Now maybe the referee saw Johnson touching the ball, but from that angle, it looked like Williams was the last one to touch the ball.
Not a great angle from this side. We see the swipe down here, but then, oh yeah, that.
Nelson, swiping down. Now we might be seeing the angle from the camera crew below the basket. That challenge.
Successful.
Successful. Back to the Mars. Good challenge called by Xu Haote.
Good work from the Mars players, not wasting that rectangle.
Yeah, absolutely. Triangle, rectangle, some abstract shape, but we all know it. Now looks like Cousins is having some disagreements with his own teammate here.
Body language.
Yep, you can definitely tell. As Lasan Chroma is still benched.
Interesting that Lasan Chroma is still on the bench. Import Player of the Year.
Cao Junshang finds Jalen Johnson. Johnson for three, off the mark, ricochets back to Nelson, but there goes Mouse. Li Xinquan tries to pass it off to Xiao An. Michael Tao bringing it back to the Mars. That's another turnover for the Leopards. Bounce pass. Here's Cao Junshang under the baseline, kicks it out to Barry. Sidesteps. Now here's Korniak slowing it down. Now Johnson at the corner. Tries to force into Cousins with the rebound at last. Once again, stripped was Nelson, bringing it back to Barry, and wide open. Here we go, third time. Nope, no good there. But Cao Junshang gets the rebound. It's still Mars' chance to get the field goal here. Korniak up against Cousins. Couldn't make that hook shot.
Couldn't finish. Bully ball from Korniak.
Xiao An coming in for the jumper, and it's good there.
Leopards are in this game because of Wayne's intensity right now.
The leading T1's lead scorer, Lasan Chroma, still benched. So the local players gotta really step it up. As Nelson comes in, rattles in another two.
I'll have to take a look at the stats. I don't think Nelson's missed a shot yet.
An slowing down the pace.
DJ slows the pace down. Leopard slow the pace down.
Cousins for three with 7 seconds left, and Mouse with the rebound. There's a spin move for Cousins. Comes in for the reverse lay-in, and it's good. Bing Sun, another two. Let's go.
Nelson on fire.
The Leopards don't seem to have a solution for number 0, as he's hot, scoring 16 points already in the first half.
Leading all scores with 16.
Gao Jingwei nearly stripped by Nelson, and here's Wayne at the perimeter.
Somehow
he gets his own rebound and behind the back passes out to one of the courtside seat fans.
Good hustle. How does he come from his shot to getting that rebound? Wayne, good hustle.
I mean, we're talking about the Mars' tenacity, also Xiao An with plenty of that.
When you shoot a ball, you have a good idea that it's going to miss and where it's going to miss, and he knew it. He went and got it. Take a look at that nice bank shot.
There we go. Won MVP of the year in the first season of T1. Lasan Chroma kicks it out to DeMarcus Cousins. And Cousins driving in for two, off the mark before the shot clock goes off. Barry catch and shoot for three, and another one. There's his third one today. Best record so far in the playoffs, score 11.
Mars continuing their blazing hot shooting from downtown.
Yeah, taking a look at the Mars and the Leopards, the local players on the Mars have way more to contribute. 60 points total for the local players, and Johnson stripping the ball off of Cousins. Cao Junshang coming in, drives in for two, off the mark. No good, quick turnover there. Transitioning off to Gao Jingwei for the lay-in.
Leopards get down the floor so fast with Little Mouse running that wing.
Doi, quick two-point attempt there. And Xiao An, little race car driving it in, tries to find Li Qiwei and kicks it off to Gao Jingwei for three and swishes it right in.
Taiwanese locals have stepped it up for the Leopards today. Imports, give the imports a break.
Much needed break as a called timeout is made for the Taipei Mars. They still have the lead, but the Leopards coming up, creep and crawling thanks to Xiao An here in this quarter.
We got this group. Let's go. Hey.
为什么跳这首呢？因为今天的贵宾 ENG， 好，今天是星期日下午，但是我们一样，拍手，拍手。现在是星期五晚上。
Got a very special guest here today, one of the members of Taiwanese boy band Energy in the one in all black.
Oh, my knees hurt just looking at that.
He's got knees of steel, I tell you. Dance groups, no choice, you gotta have them.
Makes me sing like that.
接下来打第一个牛奶，稍后他们救护车也准备送条一道，还有道德。
As we see on the screen, Harry Wong, our commissioner of T1, here at Taipei Arena once again. We start off, Coco back in the game, passing off to Cao Junxiang. Kicks it off to Barry. Barry for the fourth, and it's good, baby! Let's go, Barry, Huang Tonghan.
Barry is burying threes.
Once again, talking about his percentage has been pretty disappointing, 14%, but tonight is very much different as Cousins answers right back with his own three. Cousins voted Mr. Popular of T1. Still in the game with 3 minutes, 44 seconds left on the clock. Cao Junxiang, Michael tries to find Enjoy. And Coco deep for three.
Way back.
Close but no cigar. And 27 is Timmy in the game also. Another Hero Bears' player.
Look for Timmy to fire up a baseline three right away.
Now another Hero Bears player we haven't seen is Zhu Yunzhong or Chu, number 10, is yet to play in the finals. Gao Jingwei drives right through. Doors are wide open for Mouse.
Just undressed Ding with that crossover. No, undressed Magic Mike.
7 points for jersey number 5. Here's Ndoye off to Coco. Now he finds Johnson. There's the team at the paint. 6 seconds left to go. Another deep two for Ndoye at the top. That's his favorite spot to make those twos.
Only started making mid-range shots in the playoffs. Yeah. Good time to do it, Yusu.
Now, Ndoye actually did not play in the last regular season game against the Leopards as Cousins goes in for another three-point attempt. Hong Tong-han to Johnson. Spins for 2. Forces it in, keeping the Mars with that lead.
Mars continue to have their hot shooting, pounding the ball inside when they want to. Leopards got their work cut out for them.
Chiwei with a three-point.
Kiwi continues to struggle from behind the three-point line.
Ooh, Ndoye upset with a foul called on him just now.
Let's not get a technical, Ndoye.
The Mars cannot afford to lose Ndoye. Barry calming him down. It's a pushing up foul called on Ndoye. Be taking a look at that replay.
Take a look. Kiwi off on the three. Ndoye trying to. Ooh.
It's already pretty physical at the perimeter here.
He bumps him there.
Bumps
That's a
him
foul.
twice.
That's a foul.
You kind of see their elbows hooking at under the basket.
Only Yusu's first foul today. Able to stay on the floor much longer already today.
Timmy for Chroma, and Chroma for the quick pick and quick shot there.
Can't keep Chroma down for too long. He's bound to turn it on here.
Giving him time off the bench just to readjust. Leopards just behind by one possession. And a big action, but kicking out to Barry once again for another three-point attempt. Still Mars's possession, they still got life in them. Nelson bounce pass to Ndoye. Ooh, that's a foul there.
Hard foul from Cousins. Yusu's gonna have to earn two at the free throw line. Cousins with some stank for us.
Over Ndoye.
Lands on him.
Jumping a little bit too early there. Ndoye at the free throw line again. Devin Williams is going to be coming in. Under 2 minutes left in this quarter. Cousins coming back to rest. Looks like he might be done for this quarter.
See if Yusu can make some free throws. Takes more free throws than anyone else before the game, I notice. There we go. They're paying off.
Soy Ndoye, the 35-year-old Senegalese, 8 points so far.
He was shooting free throws until the announcer had to kindly ask him to stop shooting free throws because the kids had to dance on the floor.
Yes. It was Ndoye as well as number 20, Mouse.
Paying off, making those free throws. So important.
Chroma for a quick three. Still having some trouble making consistent shots. As Bing Sun gets drawn a foul and an and one.
Nelson has not missed a shot, and he is playing like he wants to win this game. Mars, follow this man here.
52-46.
Watch
Bing
this.
Sun with 18 points. Look
Drives
at that.
Into the traffic, off the backboard. Wow.
Bing Sun signed a multi-year deal with the Taipei Mars during the offseason. There was some controversy, though, as he also signed with the Xinzhou Topless Lioneers. So he's kind of going through a lawsuit right now as Timmy drops in his first three right under the 1 minute mark. Let's see if Bing Sun can get another basket in before the end of the first half. Ndoye once again for the long two, and Johnson tries to get the rebound, draws a foul.
Good hustle
off of
from Johnson.
Williams.
Battling inside with Devin Williams for that rebound. Good hustle.
Ndoye once again at the at that charity stripe there. 42 seconds left on the shot clock. Johnson forces into, that does not count.
Called a foul. Direct pass from the inbounds. Raiden and Jalen Johnson had a mismatch. Gonna put him on the free throw line. Direct pass. Kiwi hammers him.
No free throw opportunity there, Coco. Off to Ndoye. 2 fouls already for number 75, Kiwi. And Coco, he's at the corner. He comes in wide open.
Attacking the edges of that zone defense.
going right around David Williams there. Now it's 20 seconds left on the clock. Mars pretty much having the lead this entire game. Now Chroma burning the clock down.
Controlling the tempo, the Mars, intensity, their fans on their feet. Look for Chroma to pull here.
Tries to drive in, last ditch effort for the 2. Barry gets that rebound, and just like that, good effort on the Leopards side, but an intense game. Mars with the lead, 54-49.
Continuing to surprise me and anyone that follows the T1 league with their effort today.
All big thanks to T1 all defensive team member Limping Sun or Nelson. We'll be talking a little bit more about some of the highlights of today's game. So stay tuned for more T1 finals as we watch some halftime performances.
邀请我们的浪 Live 电爆女 Let's Go， 我们带来精彩的中文演出，掌声送给电爆女。好了，我们的 ending pose 就来。谢谢电报女辛苦了，下半场还要你们的活力跟热情，继续带领的球迷朋友来为我们云豹加油！来，我们有中场游戏能够免费参加豹小子夏令营的朋友，你们分队分好了吗？要分成2队，来1队这边，1队这边，向前看齐，1队这边，1队这边。 要有3位选手，我先顺便跟球迷们来解释一下规则。他们分成2队，然后分别在篮下罚球线3分球，只要投进就可以换下一位，投进了才换下一位哦。篮下先投，罚球线3分球，很好。没有投的都可以帮其他人救球，3个都投进了之后跑到中线，搬这5个牌子，看看要打出顺序。 但是你们要先摆出顺序，有左右，有右这种都可以 ，OK 吗 ？OK， 懂规则好。好，那我们就篮下吗？篮下要谁？顺序。罚球线。罚球线，对。罚球线篮下的就篮下，罚球线就先站罚球线，3分线的就先3分线。这中的游戏也希望你们能够顺利的获胜。获胜那一队就能够被获得到小夏令营的机会。对，听我鼓励。 进了，这边来到了第3位，这边第2位也进了，来喽，最后一个，加油！一个是3分线，一个罚球线，连一个差距2队加油！一定进了，3位回来，按顺序摆出来，要摆出来哦，摆出来。这边还有机会，快一点。好，大声喊出3个机会，谢谢。好，你喜欢拆弹的感觉就对了。最后那个棒你才进。好，我们恭喜我们这一边的小朋友获胜。你们要继续把它玩完吗？翻碗，因为我们希望你们最后的那一句话大声一点。我帮你翻，摆出顺序来。这也是我们所有主场全村的希望。来，3个一起大声喊出这5个字。非常好，云豹总冠军，但是很可惜，获胜的是这一队。来，我们马上进行颁奖，不过你们一起合照好不好？恭喜你们获得了我们暑假期间豹小子夏令营的这个资格。谢谢所有参与我们中场游戏的球迷朋友。那么休息还有大概几分钟时间，我们中场时间过后。提醒各位，我们的美食专区有许多的美味好吃的摊位，肚子饿的话不要错过，可以到那边来选购。那多多的补充能量，谢谢。稍后精彩的下半场赛事回来。
Take a look at our halftime score stats, with the score being 54-49. The Mars with the lead. Another intense game here at Taiwan Arena. Now, taking a look at our field goal percentage is pretty neck and neck. 3 points are also pretty comparable. The Leopards a little bit behind, 39% as opposed to 50. Now, a couple of top scorers today. Ling Bing Sun coming in hot with 18 points. The most points scored in today's game, 12 points from Hang Song-han, making all of those 3-point shots. In Doi with 9, Coco with 5, Johnson with 5, Cousins 14, Xiao An coming in hot, 13 points, Gao Jingwei, Mouse 9, Ling Xingquan 5, Lasan Chroma being a little bit more reserved and quiet today. Today is more so like more so the locals kind of game today.
I like to see Go Taiwan. Nelson has not missed a shot. He's 6 for 6 from the floor, 2 for 2 from downtown. Let's see if he can continue. Now, the Leopards haven't come back from the change room yet. I imagine they're getting a nice pep talk from their man, DeMarcus Cousins, their leader.
Yeah, talking about Bing Sun, he is the only bench player to have scored at all in this game. Like we mentioned before, 18 points. Bench players on the Leopard side have contributed by 8 points. Now, we mentioned it's being a locals game. So far, the imports on the Mars side, 14 points versus 9 points on the, doesn't seem, I have the numbers wrong, but basically the local players just have been making more of their shots, particularly the Mars side, Bing Sun, as well as Hwang Song-han. Now, talking about it before, Barry's percentage was not so great in the playoffs. He's only averaging 4 points a game today. Just coming out the gates with 12 points already, all from his threes.
That's right, 4 for 6 from downtown for Barry, and I'm watching him shoot right now. He doesn't miss too much. Give him enough time and space, Barry will knock that down.
It also feels like the Taipei Mars side, they're playing a little bit more loose and lighter today, especially thanks to Bing Sun just putting in 18 points.
Just the fact that the Leopards haven't taken the floor yet, we're going to see a different Leopards team here in the second half. Watch for the imports to take over. Chroma cannot be happy with himself so far. Quiet game for the import of the year.
Yeah, we'll see if DeMarcus Cousins have any words to share with the team. He does get quite intense in the locker room, really just telling them, particularly before the finals, to really not to lose focus. After all, they did have over 2 weeks of rest compared to the Taipei Mars. Now, we did see earlier in the game, Devin Williams and Cousins having some exchange of words. It was a little bit tense between the two teammates, so we'll see if they can course correct in the second half.
There's a look at Nelson having himself a Sunday in Taoyuan. See if he can keep up the hot shooting. Leading all scorers, the first guy off the bench. We got a Taiwanese bench player with 18 points. Here's a look at some of his highlights here.
Like you said, 100, making all of his shots, getting 2 steals also. Another candidate for most improved player. Now, he isn't a starting player for the Mars, but he is putting in significantly more minutes than the last season and during playoffs. So far, on average, 37 minutes, 17 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals.
How do you keep that guy on the bench to start the second half? I don't know, but resting Coach Fates will make his decisions.
Luckily, he has fully recovered from a really bad flu that he had to deal with on Game 5. After the Mars won, he proceeded to throw up on the DEA court multiple times. He's dry heaving, poor guy. He said that his whole body was sore. He couldn't really move his limbs the day before, so had a big flu, like a seasonal flu going around all the teams here in Taiwan. So
part of winning in the playoffs, being healthy at the right time. Talk to my Toronto Raptors. We got a chip. Everyone was sick.
We see Cousins, 14 points.
2 dunks.
2 dunks.
Now Cousins still not shooting too well from 3. 7 for 26. I'm keeping track of in the playoffs. Look for him to show and go like he did in the second half last game. Kind of just took over.
I expect to see Chroma making up the difference in scoring in the second half. He's always putting in double digits in pretty much all of his games. Like I mentioned before, he's made 11 double-doubles and 3 triple-doubles during the regular season. His personal best in the league was scoring 36 points against the Tainan Ghost Hawks.
赛季T1联盟总冠军系列赛 ENG。比赛来到下半场，那么也请刚刚离开座位到可能到我们的商业区或者是美食区来，时刻的准备票能够及时的来到我们的座位上，比赛下半场的最后一张票来喽。
Hey, let's be strong, let's attack the rim. Make him guard us, okay? Make him guard us and get stops. Let's go. Wait.
get ready to start the second half. No one in foul trouble of note. I just see 2 fouls up there. No one too concerned for foul trouble. Not like the game one where lots of players unable to play, Endoy especially.
Endoy fouled out in the last few minutes of the last quarter on Friday. But you're right, a lot of foul trouble for the local players and imports as Chroma, Cousins, Mouse, Wayne, as well as Chiwe are back in the game. Now for the Mars side, we also have, it looks like they're starting 5-2, Michael Tao, Barry, Coco, as well as Ndoy and Johnson. So we about to start off the third quarter.
I imagine we see Nelson pretty quick off the bench here in the second half.
Jiang Yuan kicks it off to Gao Jingwei and a quick 3.
Just like that, it's a 2-point ball game. 54-52.
Very similar to Friday night's game, just high intensity, but once again, we mentioned before, locals are kind of determining the trajectory of this game so far. Cao Jingshan kicks it back up to Ndoy, tries to put it in, no good there.
Ndoy still on the floor, no foul call.
Slowly trailing behind. It's 4-5 now. Gao Jingwei to Kiwi. Kiwi for his first 3 today. Quick timeout called there, 55-54. Quick turnaround there.
2 quick 3s for the Leopards to start the second half.
That's what Dubé Bray wants for the Leopards, to quickly bring it back, make up the difference.
Get a shot.
Taking a look at the Taoren Arena fans, a lot of them are holding up the sign and wearing the t-shirt that says 只算一冠. So English translation is basically one more pint, one more round until they win the championship. Xu Haochen quickly calling for a timeout as Leopards came in hot on the start of the third quarter with 6 points. Skips it to Johnson. It's Kiwi guarding the import. Cao Jinshan for 3. Not quite there. It's back to the Leopards. Fancy hook pass out to Lassonde Chroma. Loses his defender. Goes in for the fadeaway shot. No good there. Johnson bringing it back all the way to Ndoy. Charges into Cousins. Couldn't get the lay-in.
Did they make a call on the floor? I didn't hear a whistle.
It's a foul called on Cousins.
Take a look. Outlet pass to Ndoy. Run the fast break. Cousins tries to take a charge. Ndoy unable to finish. Cousins goes flying.
Gets hit hard.
This would be a good angle of it. Boom. Cousins wasn't set, but he did take a charge if he was set.
Now he would have had to work a lot harder if the Ghost Hawks were in the playoffs and if Samuel Tagara was still around. Standing at 7'7", and if Sim Bular was on the roster, standing at 7'5". Dwight Howard was quoted being, you know, these are the biggest guys that he ever had to guard last season. Indoy making that free throw shot, 56-55. Once again, we should expect a horse race in today's matchup. Cousins, 14 points, now with 3 fouls.
Indoy fouls Cousins coming across the key. Hands on his hips. Lucky for him, only his 2nd foul today.
Ten minutes, 20 seconds left. Barry tries to take the ball away from Xiaoan. Hesitates to hands it off to Gao Jingwei. Cousins, aggressive, drives it in. But Indoy gets the rebound. Deep pass. Johnson to Indoy. Another deep 2 for 35.
Indoy showing us his range, which we haven't seen all season.
Son Chroma. Off to Xiaoan. There's a call. It's a foul on 11. Huang Tonghan Barry.
Mars are keeping their foot on the gas. Leopards still have the momentum, I find. Waiting to pounce.
Able to make corrections after the halftime. Xiaoan for 3. Knocks it down.
Big game for Little Race Car today.
Putting in 16 points, 7 rebounds. Bing San looks like he's getting ready to come back into the game. Tao Jingxiang off to Johnson. Kicks it off to Lasan Chroma. That's going to be a turnover for the Mars. And there's a lay-in by Gao Jingwei. Nice play, nice assist for Chroma.
Big turnaround from the local production today. Seen a lot of local standouts today.
Johnson all the way out to Coco, now to Indoy. Coco for deep. His iron bounces it off to Barry. Now another jumper. But Cousins snags it back to the Leopards possession. Now he's gonna be bringing it back to Leopards. Off to Chroma. Quick passing, and here's Gao Jingwei at the corner. But Indoy, he gets a rebound, but Gao Jingwei cuts back in.
Take care of the basketball, Mars. Sloppy one there.
That's Gao Jingwei laying it in, 62-58. Back-to-back scoring for potential Rookie of the Year. Again, only 23 years old. Does not act like a rookie, though. Coming from Jianxin Keda, here's Michael Tao for the quick 2. Mars at one point with a 10-point lead, now just neck and neck. Now the ball back in Mars' possession. Indoy tries to pass it off to Coco. Coco, quick skip and a hop to Indoy at the basket.
Good ball movement from the Mars, couple touch passes. Easy deuce for Yusu Indoy.
Wayne slowing down the pace. As Cousins is waiting at the top of the perimeter for Wayne to get in the lay-in. No good there. Coast-to-coast pass. Here's Indoy. Waiting for his teammates. Pass. Another sloppy pass. Here's Chroma with a steal. Here's Xiaoan up against Barry. Goes around for the undershot, no good.
Team defense from the Mars.
Coco skips it to Indoy. Michael Tao bringing it back. Now driving in. Looks like could have been travel call, but here's Barry for a 3-point attempt. But Cousins snags the rebound. Lobs it all the way out to Gao Jingwei. Gao Jingwei draws a foul off of Barry, number 11.
Hit Barry in the face going up with it too. So quick, the mouse.
Puts Barry for 3 fouls.
Bashed him right in the face with his elbow too.
Now number 0, Bing Sun, looks like he's about to get on shortly as Kiwi gets back to the bench, and Ling Xingquan Bruce, number 12, in the game. Top scorer today, Bing Sun in it. Gao Jingwei started 22 games in the regular season, averaging 35 minutes, surpassing his predecessor Gu Mao Weijia, who won Rookie of the Year last season.
Have they issued the Rookie of the Year award yet? Did Gao Jingwei get it?
It has not been announced yet. The voting closed back in May 19th, so we're still waiting for that announcement. Expect to see it maybe this week as
bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, bowling pins, like.
Interesting what the referee's going to call, possibly a moving screen.
Jiang Yuan Xiaoan is going to get called the foul there.
Oh, they called it on Little Race Car, trying to get around Endoy. Interesting call.
Fall just like bowling pins. Bing Sun out to Cao Jingxiang and drops in 3. Once again, Michael and Nelson, both candidates for most improved player in the season.
They called an offensive foul on Mouse trying to battle for position. And oh boy, see that one again. Oh, we're gonna see that triple.
Before we see Michael Tao.
See, he pushes him off there, and they called that an offensive foul. Ouch.
See if Michael Tao will, if they'll count Michael Tao's block. Behind the back, Tao with a teardrop shot attempt there. Foul called on Nelson, Bing Sun.
No sense fouling from that far back, Nelson. 70 feet from the hoop. Nelson still yet to miss a shot with the hot hand.
(65-64) is the score as Cousins comes in for the finger roll.
Gives up the 3 for the easy 2. Veteran.
Bing Sun spinning around, Xiaoan forces in the 2, no good there. Ling Xingquan bringing the ball back to the Leopards. It's 4-1, waiting for his trailing players. So Son Chroma tries to go in for 2, thinking it was a foul that should have been called. Ball goes out of bounds. Still Leopards. Great hustle for number 12.
San Chroma still having a hard time getting his stamp on this game. Quiet game for him so far. But
only putting in 5 points, 2 assists, and
they did do a lot of heavy lifting on Friday. Like to see the locals get their name in this game.
One of my bigger concerns in the last game was, will the import players have the endurance to stand out and perform in today's game? And like we said, luckily the local players have been contributing quite a bit, particularly from the Mars side, as Coco at the baseline for the reverse.
Nick steps out of bounds. I got a foul on the drive. Referees are letting him play today.
Take a look at their replay.
I got a foul right there on Cousins. They called Coco stepping out of bounds instead.
Just too many bodies there to really make the initial foul call. Another foul call. It's going to be on 57, Cao Junxiang Michael this time.
Another close game. Surprising me again, these Taipei Mars.
I mean, that's basically what...
After finishing 11 and 17 in the regular season, here we are, a 1-point game.
Unexpected. This is their first year in T1 League. Everybody thought that they were going to get eliminated, swept even by the CTBC DEA. But just like T1's slogan this year, 想不到吧? Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? We got last place team versus expansion team here in the finals.
That's right. As Gao Qingwei nails in his bucket. 68-65, Leopards with the lead. Again, anything goes. Anything can happen with the third quarter, 4 minutes left. Michael Cao, 7 seconds left to go. 3-point shot. It's two bigs fighting for that rebound. Ends up back in the Leopards' possession. Gao Qingwei bringing the ball back. Goes under the baseline, kicks it off to DeMarcus Cousins, a wide open for three. Still struggling with those 3-point shots.
Still struggling indeed, 7 for 27.
Oof, Scotty D, you've been keeping count, that hurts.
Playoffs, baby.
Big Sun tries to get the pass off of Cao Junxiang. Skims off of Ling Xingquan. Mars' possession with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Big Sun kicks it off to Coco at the corner. Still haven't yet to see Coco contribute as much as he did in Friday's game. And there's a denied block. Johnson on Ling Xingquan.
That's what it looks like, the JV guys playing against the high school guys there when they get blocked like that. My goodness, blocked him with his elbow. Take a look at this.
Too small, do not pass go, do not collect 200.
Boy. See another look at it. Yep. Gonna have to get up pretty high to climb over Jalen Johnson on that one.
Gao Qingwei, catch and shoot, and makes it.
Just like that, Mouse is now our leading scorer of all scores with 23 points. Go Taiwan.
Seems like Leopards is picking up the pace and intensity. The Mars have been a little bit sleepier in the third quarter. Nelson still with 18 points as Huang Song had for 3 at the top.
Barry butter triple from the top of the key.
Barry's a 3 there, 71-68. 15 points for number 11, Gao Qingwei. Makes a 3-point shot attempt. Doi bringing the ball back.
Nelson.
Now it's Big Sun driving it in, kicking out to Barry once again. Let's see if he can bury another one, and yes sir, he does!
Barry's now 6 for 10 from downtown. Very effective from behind the 3-point arc is Barry.
He is definitely a highlight for the Mars today. 18 points, making 6 of his 9 threes.
6 of his 9, my goodness.
Incredible stuff. Xiao An hesitates a little bit, nearly loses the ball, and it's a turnover for Xiao An. Hesitated a little bit too much there. Cao Junxiang out to Bing Sun. Clock is winding down here. Bing Sun is gonna come in with a fadeaway shot. Still have yet to round it up to 20 points for 0. Momentum is still on the Leopard side despite a tied score. Cousins pushing through 2-3 attempts, helping himself finally, 73-71.
All effort, that bucket from Cousins.
Big Sun up against Xiao An, goes around and under.
Out footworked him. Good take, Nelson.
There we go, there's that 20 points for you. 20 points and 5 assists, and Xiao An for 3 hits the iron. And the momentum keeps switching up between these two teams. Now a laser pass between the two bigs on the Mars side. And Doi finds Johnson once again. Johnson for three. Not typically his spot, but the shot clock was winding down. It's Leopards' possession now.
Yusu's got to catch that ball closer to the hoop. He can't really operate from that far.
Now we see
effort.
Ding and Konya coming in.
2 offensive rebounds and a bucket for Cousins on that possession. Out footworks him up and under. Smooth move, Nelson.
Less than a minute to go. Chroma
still stuck on 5 points. This is where everyone stands around, watches him, takes pictures.
Yeah, that's something that I'd like to see a little bit different, but it looks like he hands it off to Gao Jingwei. Gao Jingwei lobs it to the bank. Draws a foul off of Ding Shenru just coming into the game.
Ding pleading his case to the referee. Just got on the floor.
Looking perplexed about that call. Take a look at the replay. See what he did. His arm right under.
Might have a case there. He put his arm on him coming by. Late whistle too.
Now, it actually wasn't a foul called on Gao Jingwei. It was a foul called on Williams.
Interesting.
An unusual call by the referees.
I didn't see Williams close to that play. I guess it was on.
It was on the rebound.
Okay.
But Leopards will take anything at this point with such a tight race still.
See if Williams can get his 2nd point tonight.
Now we have him as the rebound leader of the season, but he's been a little bit more reserved in terms of getting these rebounds. He's made only 4 rebounds so far, and are they going to count that? Nope. They're not going to count that, but he'll be at the free throw line.
Catches everyone sleeping all the way to the hoop, Nelson.
Li Shiwei, number 75, another personal foul on him. That's the 3rd one today.
Probably that's C1. I want to check it. C1, what do you want? C1. He grabbed his shirt.
Referee is saying that Li Shiwei grabbed the player's jersey. The referees are going to take a look at that play again.
Was a challenge called, or is that just referees having a look at it? I didn't see Dubé Bray draw the rectangle.
Be solid on those. Okay. See if it's flagrant because he pulled the jersey. Who knows what the refs get paid?
They're going to evaluate the foul call, whether or not they're going to upgrade it to a U.
Because Kiwi pulled on his jersey,
yes.
That's what they're indicating.
Correct. Now you take a look there, or
I don't know. Give the players a breather. I don't see anything extra there.
It's a foul to give. It's a foul to give.
Good mic on the coach there. You hear what he's saying, foul to give. I guess they're looking at the time left now.
It's what they do every time.
Dubé Bray, it's what they do all the time. Let's see if it's just let's see what crew chief Urong has to say.
Oh, I got that one wrong.
There you have it.
They don't play the ball when we're in transition.
Well, that's going to be an unsportsman-like foul for Chiwei, 75. Now, Nelson will get 2 shots at the free throw line. Luckily, Chiwei, the only player in foul trouble on the Leopard side.
Interesting form from Nelson. Really puts his elbow out to the right, puts it on a plate. Whatever works.
Whatever works. We gotta remember, we've seen way more interesting forms, such as Prince Ibe, if you guys remember that name from the Hero Bears last season.
He had that one-hander. He's the guy you want to foul late in the game.
Played for the Fubon Braves this season. Gao Jingwei back on the bench with Ling Xingquan in it. 3 seconds left to go. It's counting down. Michael Tao got to make a move. Underhands it. Is that gonna? No, that's not gonna count. Korniak's shot. A 1 point difference. Got 1 whole quarter left. A lot of game left for game 2 of the finals here at Taiwan Arena. Stay tuned for more exciting T1 basketball.
我先说吗？好，这个是微醺街区3排7号的朋友。
好，3排7号的朋友。第2位。
还有一位哦。哦，又是微醺街区3排1号的朋友。
好，7排跟1号的朋友，记得到服务台拿你的这个纯根棉到服务台。你们应该是坐在同一排，都是 J 区的，来。
微醺 J 区1排1号，还有微醺 J 区10排6号。
1排6号，还有10排6号。好，1排1号跟10排6号。好，恭喜这4位球迷朋友，恭喜您得到我们微醺区女孩专属的衣服，对不对？谢谢，我们也谢谢2位电报，你辛苦了。比赛也即将进入最后一节，第4节12分钟的拼战。我们一起要来跟我们现场球迷朋友捍卫主场，守护胜利，持续拿下我们的总冠军。同样的，我喊台啤，大家大声喊出加油！准备了，最大声了，台啤，永丰。云豹，台啤永丰云豹，气势要继续的维持到第4节结束，比赛要进入第4节，将率先由战神队来掌握第1波的进攻球权。我们第1波就来把这颗球好好的。
As we're about to kick off the final quarter of Game 2, take a look at some of the highlights in the 3rd quarter. Chiwei making his 1 3-point shot, and Gao Jingwei, one of our top scorers today.
Big reversal of roles for the imports. The Leopards sitting with 23 points right now. They had 70 combined last game. Look for the imports to take over this last quarter.
Son Chroma back on the court to start the last quarter, but like we mentioned, he's been a little bit quiet, way more reserved, only scoring 5 points today. But luckily, we got Gao Jingwei scoring 23 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. So like you mentioned, Scott, local players really just putting in the heavy lifting.
It's nice when the local players can support the imports like this instead of imports driving the show.
Yeah, in the first season of T1, because there was an Asia import slot, you can see that it's totally skewed, where it's averaging 60 to 70 points that the imports were making, and some games, local players only scoring 20 to 30 points, as Korniak comes in, first field goal today with a reverse shot.
Finds himself all alone in the middle of the key.
Korniak scoring 14 points on Friday night's match. Chroma for 2, there we go, 7.
7 points so far. I think he finishes with 20. Big quarter for Chroma.
Cao Junxiang. Michael to Nelson. Finds Korniak once again, draws a foul off a shell, and
Mars look to go inside to their big Ukrainian. I like that play. Keep pounding them inside, keep this close. Good entry pass over the top.
Maybe we might see the Ukrainian have a standout fourth quarter.
He's got to collect himself and make these and ones. Missing too many bunnies.
30-year-old Ukrainian making his first free throw shot. 77 all.
Born in Izmail, Ukraine. Had to look that one up. Good for two. It's our 7th lead change of the game. Mars up by 1 point.
Jung Yuran's third personal foul today was the leading scorer today at 16 points. That's a foul called on a tee. Called on Nelson.
Technical foul plus that foul. He's got 4 fouls now. Quick tee. Referee not having any of it.
Take a look.
Very aggressive hands from Nelson on defense.
Calms himself down there.
Wayne clanks the first one.
Yeah. First and only one for Xiao An.
That was the technical free throw.
A long-time veteran for the SBL Taiwan Beer Organization. This is going to be his final contract year with that organization, so we'll see where he ends up as Chroma forces it into. Expect to see DeMarcus Cousins about halfway in the quarter. Nelson to Ndoye for the fadeaway. Williams gets the rebound. Jung Yuran kicks it off to Ling Xingquan. Now he's going to drive it in. He finds Devin Williams.
Good move.
Two bigs up against each other. It's bully ball there. He comes around for two, though.
Bully ball, you said it. Devin Williams willed that one in.
10 minutes left in this high-intensity game. Hwang Sung-han off to Bing Sun. Cao Ji-shang Michael. But up against the old guard teammate, and a last-ditch effort for three. Nope, Williams gets, once again, getting those rebounds. Chroma loses the ball to Bing Sun. That's going to be another steal off of number 0. And a drop step attempt, but Williams snags it from Michael, and there's Chi-Wei for 2 under the basket.
Kiwi's got to throw that one down. I saw him dunking in warm-up. That was your dunk, Kiwi.
That's a kind of a momentum killer for the Mars as we go into timeout. 83-78, Mars with that lead. Finally, a somewhat significant lead here at Taoren Arena. Taipei Mars trying to stop the Leopards' momentum now with a 5-point lead. Have not seen a significant lead like this since the first quarter, where Mars was up ahead by 10 points. Ndoye off to Johnson. Cornea back on the bench. Johnson fights through 2. Wayne brings it back. Jiang Yuan hook passes to Williams once again, just pushing through under the basket.
Good defense from Ndoye.
As Ndoye drives through, draws a foul. Once again, what looks like to be Chiwe's foul.
Ndoye gets bounced around a lot for a guy his size. Hits the floor a lot. No call on Devin Williams' block there. Went straight up. Good defense, Devin Williams.
The rebound leader of T1 season. The last season, the rebound leader was Dwight Howard, who is also import of the year last season. Leopards seem to be taking a lot of these awards in the last 2 seasons. Chroma winning import of the year, steal leader, points leader, T1 all defense team, T1 first team. It's not just the imports too. This season we got Xiao An in a lot of the T1 teams.
As Yusu collects himself, the crowd trying to get him off his game on this free throw. Effective from the free throw line, which you need to be when you're a big man.
Li Xingquan, 12 from the Leopards, back on the bench with Gao Jingwei, Bruce in. Got the Leopards starting 5 on the court. Song Chroma finds Xiao An, skips it to Williams. Now he's stuck in a hard place, double team. Now here's Chiwe for 3 and drops it in.
Had a hard time handling the pass. Ended up nailing that one from the baseline.
There goes his second 3-point shot today. And a foul call on Xiao An. Fourth personal foul. Take a look at that shot.
Pass. Fumbles it somehow. Keeps his toes behind the line. Connects.
Up against Huang Tonghan, his Hero Bears' his teammate. Both of them specializing at those 3-point shots when they were still in the Hero Bears organization together.
Yeah, Kiwi lives on the baseline. Sets up camp, puts a tent there, just stands out there.
It's a lot of the local players' favorite spot, just those corners.
Mathematically, it's slightly closer to the hoop from the corners. What are the referees trying to figure out now?
They're going to determine if that shot was 3 points or 2.
It was close. Happened right in front of us, but I couldn't see his feet.
Hey. Yeah, next play, let's run Euro properly, okay? With Wayne and the Euro.
Let's take a look from the angle from the cameraman below the hoop.
I think I can see Wood. Oh, tough one for us to tell from here.
I'd say from this angle, it looks like his toes they never hit the line.
I can see some wood between the line and his toes.
Yeah.
See what the referees come up with.
It looks like at that angle, the crew chief, Yurong, has the best view. The call for us English broadcasters, we still think that it still stands at 3.
Is that a better angle? No, that guy's camera's in the way. Guy's camera's in the way.
See, that camera, you can see his toes over the line.
Let's get the camera angle from the guy holding the camera right in front of him.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say this is a more accurate presenting angle.
Oh, good work, T1 League officials, and the replay here. Get them dancing up and down.
And it still stands at 3 points. Li Chiwei's three-point average in the playoffs stands at 27%. It's a little bit of a dip from his regular season at 30.
That was probably his biggest three-pointer of the playoffs so far.
Absolutely, key moment for the Leopards. And Doi off to Barry, now finds Bing Sun. Bing Sun for the fadeaway. Sean's gonna get the basket, gonna get the ball back to the Leopards. Here's Chroma though. Have yet to score double digits in this game. Goes around and it finds Devin Williams under the basket for two. Just like that, 88-79. That's the largest lead the Leopards have so far.
Now Xiao An, little race car, leading the Leopards in rebounds with 9 rebounds. That's effort.
Little race car, not so little. Just makes a huge difference for the Leopards organization since merging the Hero Bears and Leopards team. And here's Jalen Johnson double team, and he finds Ndoye for the double hand slammer. Ndoye was hoping for a foul call, yeah.
Good looking offense from the Mars, getting everybody involved. Easy bucket. 7-point lead for the Leopards.
Got 7 whole minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Haven't seen DeMarcus Cousins yet. Chroma time.
I expect maybe 5 minutes left in the quarter. He'll come back in. Lassant Chroma drives right in, but couldn't connect there. Bing Sun fast breaking it back. Drives it through and count it, baby!
Nelson on the floor. Bucket is good. To get another shot.
He's proud of that. He's proud of that shot he made.
Roma unable to connect, leads to Nelson fast break the other way. 23 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Monster line for Nelson today.
You see Kiwi, another foul called on 75. Bing Sun at the line. He makes it a 3. Yes, he does. Marcus Cousins logging back into the game for Devin Williams.
Ball into Cousins here. Oh.
Just like that. You were correct. Ball gets out of bounds, and Doi skims that pass from Chiwei.
Cousins' body language, you can tell he wanted that reach over foul. Referees leaving the whistles in their pocket tonight, letting the guys play.
Charles Dubé-Bray calling for a timeout with a 4-point lead.
I like how last time out he said, let's run Euro properly. Dubé-Bray's drawing up a play here. Look for something going towards the hoop.
Xu Haochen with his staff members. Now he does have a foreign coach. It's Milan Stevanovic, previously a Serbian basketball player turned assistant coach. Looks like he's going to be running, calling a play this time around. Let's take a look.
Both teams shooting pretty well today. Good display of offense. 44% from downtown for both teams. Look at Yusu's dunk.
Oh, take a look at Xiao An's vertical, though. Incredible stuff, especially when you see it in the replay. The Leopards crowd at Taiwan Arena.
Good crowd
going
today.
Off.
I'd say we're almost at capacity for what they sell.
Yeah. Pretty popular thing to do on a Sunday afternoon. Here, there's a spin for Cousins.
Ooh.
4-2, way off the mark, airballs it there. Ndoye tough on Cousins. This being said, coming right through in it on his left side.
He comes down the floor before the Leopards have set up any sort of defense. Nelson so fast.
Cousins frustrated.
Fans are oohing about something. I missed it. Cousins with his hands up, couple pushes. Get under his skin.
Getting a little.
Get under his skin. He's like, okay. I'm still gonna walk with them.
Ndoye and Cousins a little bit.
Hands behind the back. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. I like it.
Last time that we saw that was April 20th with Johnson. This time we're seeing Ndoye and Cousins getting a little bit tense as Chroma for two finally dropping in.
As Chroma licks his lips when it's man-to-man defense.
11 points for 24. You know, he hasn't been contributing too much. Luckily, though, the local players, as we said, has been hitting it hard with scoring. And Ndoye with the rebound, tries to put it back, draws the foul off of Cousins.
He spends a lot of time on the floor. Yusu gets strong, finish those. As they are going to give Yusu 2 free throws. Got to finish that. Collect himself and go up strong. He's got the size, 7-foot Senegalese.
You mentioned before Korniak having trouble finishing through, so that's definitely something that the Mars' imports have to do in the next game. Next game's going to be at Heping Gymnasium on Thursday, May 30th. As we see Ndoye rounding up to 20 points today.
So consistent from the free throw line.
Leopards has a 5-point lead now at 2. With Cousins on the floor, he's at 18 points, 9 rebounds, 4 personal fouls. As he hesitates, loses the ball, could not finish there. Okay, there's some intensity going on here. Kiwi on Ndoye's side, Gao Jingwei trying to push Cousins away, calming his teammate down.
Just hard-nosed defense from Ndoye. I don't see anything wrong with that. Cousins is going to shoot 2 free throws.
Cousins knows to not elevate the situation, but you know, this is something we do want to see.
That just came on the floor.
Oh, it looks like, no, it's not the coach, it's the Taipei Mars' general manager, Huang Wanlong.
Oh boy, cooler heads prevailed here. We have seen skirmishes do ignite quite quickly here in the T1 League. Couple words, nothing crazy here.
Last season, we have seen a bench-clearing fight between the Taoren Leopards and the Taiwan Beer Hero Bears.
It was DeMarcus Cousins' boy came out there. See that? That's his boy, right?
Not really sure if it's his boy, assistant,
that's
a
part
cousin,
of his entourage.
a pal.
That's his bodyguard. He came out to make sure everything was okay. My goodness.
Nobody should be entering onto the court,
they should be escorting
player or
him
not.
Out of the arena after that. Because he came all the way from the far side and entered the court over here on the Mars bench. The referee's trying to figure it out.
Referee crew having a moment while we take a look at...
Just a hard foul from Ndoye. They both kind of fell on each other. That's what Ndoye does. Oh, he did hit him pretty hard. Cousins didn't like it. This is playoff basketball. You got to make those 2 from the free throw line. I'm okay with that foul from Ndoye.
Luckily, it's just the 2 players. I mean, everybody else is trying to de-escalate the situation. A little bit of a delay in the game. 5 minutes, 36 seconds left in the final quarter. It's been pretty tense this whole game.
Still just a 1-possession ball game. Huge break right now as they try to figure out where the fouls are going, if anyone needs to leave the arena. And Ndoye coming to check on Cousins. Cousins doesn't want any part of that.
Now the MC is telling us the referees are going to be evaluating the foul call, and the personnel coming onto the court will be removed, and he will not be allowed to enter the one game.
That's Cousins' bodyguard, not allowed in the next game.
Yeah. The cameraman won't show it on the screen, but we did see him walk away. the aftermath of that, but we're gonna take a look at this replay. The foul called on Ndoye.
Unfortunate we can't see that guy come on the floor.
You see the crew chief immediately coming in to intercept.
Good job by the officials cooling everybody down.
Yep.
Cousins got up with intent.
You need these authoritative figures coming in. I mean, you know, we have the local players, but there's only so much that they can do.
Get that angle for a little longer. We can see the guy come on the floor. No, we're not going to see it.
Oh no, we see the individual with the black hoodie
there.
on.
Yeah, he comes out, and
That's when we see Huang Wanlong coming in, pointing him out, saying he should not be here. Get him off the court.
Yeah, he's got no business being in the coach's box on the Mars side.
No, absolutely not.
Mars fans have been on their feet the entire break here. Love the Mars fans.
Just love everything about the Mars this whole entire season, whether it's the fans or their intensity, tenacity. Like, it's good to see from this team's first year of conception. Now the referees are still going to be discussing that foul call.
I think I'm a Mars fan now. I'm going to change. I'm a Mars fan now. Unbelievable the amount of effort that they put in to be this close in this game when they're just out-talented. We got DeMarcus Cousins on the floor versus a couple, you know, near misses. What's the call?
Still awaiting here at Taipei Arena. All right, well, that foul's been elevated to a U.
He did swing pretty hard. He missed the ball in slow motion. I think that might be a hard foul, but this is playoff basketball.
I think that definitely was the right call on the referee crew. Just definitely interesting to see a non-Leopards personnel come charging to the court. That's something that we haven't seen before.
As Cousins and Yusu are having a conversation now, and it looks rather tame.
Again, when you're in the moment, it's going to be high. There's going to be a lot of tension, but even before the game, it's never anything personal.
It's a good look at 6'11" Cousins standing next to 7-foot Yusu Ndoye. Cousins going to try his luck at the free throw line, see if he can extend this lead to 4 points. Big break.
Let's see if this long timeout will affect one of the teams, or both.
Cousins in his age, he likes these breaks.
Oh, yeah. He'll take it.
Big break. As coach has some words for Ndoye here. I think you keep up your intensity, Ndoye. See if you can get Cousins to swing at you.
Sorry. You're not going to tell me. It's from your side. Well, what if one of their fans goes?
Now, the reason why it's been such a delay in the game is because of that personnel coming from the Leopard side. Now, Charles Dubé-Bray is arguing, well, that's not my staff. That's not my personnel, so it's not really my problem. Why are you putting it on me? But again, this is something that doesn't really happen at all, so.
Definitely was Cousins' ride or die homie. That's the guy that travels with them.
Now, with the U called on Ndoye, Cousins will get 2 shots at the free throw line. But with that complication, with 5 minutes, 36 seconds left in the final quarter, this is definitely keeping things interesting.
Everyone's trying to stretch and stay warm out there.
Yeah.
Large break. We got Cousins on the line.
Settles in, that one's off.
Cousins went to John L. LaFleur High School, Magnet High School. Shout out to the Rattlesnakes. Born in Mobile, Alabama.
He's far from Alabama, that's for sure. That one rattles right in.
And now they're shooting on the other side. This is for the fan that came on the floor that they're saying there's a Leopards problem.
Now it's going to be Bing Sen's chance at the charity strike. Way too short, hits iron.
Woof.
Both teams couldn't make the first free throw. You can't, this is not the time to be missing those shots. That one barely gets in.
And it's going to stay here with the Mars. Interesting that they get to keep this possession.
Well, I can see on the Leopard side that personnel is not present on the bench, but you can kind of see him next to the hoop on that angle. Now it's going to be Leopard's possession.
Good hustle from Race Car.
Again, let's see which team can really come out on top after that long delay of game.
Good hustle. Look at Wayne get on the floor. My goodness. All over the place, this little Race Car. 16 points, 9 rebounds. Smallest guy on the floor.
Standing at 5'8.5", and Gao Jingwei at 5'9". Lasan Chroma, less than 10 seconds left. Coco tough on D, up against 24, and gets stolen by Nelson. Now he's coming in, he's driving through, he lobs it in, and Johnson comes back for 2, but they're not going to count that, but they're going to count a foul on Xiao An.
Nelson's slow to get up.
Looks like it's his arm.
Yep, shooting arm too.
He looks like he's okay, just needs a moment on the floor.
Take a lot of dribbling. Nelson picks his pocket from behind. See if he bangs his elbow on the ground. Oof, might have, we didn't see it off camera there.
Take a look at this angle there. Maybe he lands on his elbow. Big Sun, Nelson at the free throw line once again for 2. All the personal fouls racking up. Li Xingquan is in the game for Xiao An Wayne.
Two big free throws for Nelson.
91 all. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left. Zhang Yuan, you see on the screen here, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 personal fouls. We might expect to see him in the final minutes of the game, but we shall see. Gao Jingwei to Lasan Chroma. This is the time where we need him. There's a pass to DeMarcus Cousins, and there's 2 under the basket. Now Big Sun quickly bringing it back. Here's a fast break for number 0. Lobs it right in, underhand shot.
Nelson able to get back before defense set up. Endoy tried to help Cousins up there. Cousins wasn't having any part of that.
I think Big Sun is really going to thrive with these high pressure situations as Chroma comes in for the mid-range, and there's 2 points for Leopards.
Chroma time, 4th quarter.
See if the Mars can answer back. Big Sun, 6 seconds left to go for the fadeaway. Cousins nabs the rebound. Nelson, the only bench player for the Mars. Here's Gao Jingwei for 2.
Cousins erases Nelson on that screen. Nelson hits the floor.
Yep. Gao Jingwei loses his man and comes in for 2. 25 points for the rookie. That's not some rookie stuff, though. Coco skips it out to Endoy, loses it to DeMarcus Cousins. Now he's going to go in with a fast break and lays it in. It's 99-93, and a called timeout by Xu Haotan from the Mars. Cousins getting the crowd going here at Taoren Arena. We got fans finally on their feet.
No better way to trash talk Yusoi than picking his pocket and taking it for 2 the other way.
Taking a look, the field goal percentage in the 4th quarter, 45.5 for the Mars, but Leopards on top with 79%, 11 for 14.
Nelson sit with 31 points, leading all scores. First guy off the bench for the Mars, leading the way.
Poor Nelson getting knocked down earlier there, and here is Boogie Cousins coming in strong.
Rumbling, that train was rumbling down Main Street. Got the fans into it too.
It's coming down to the wire, and the Leopards fans are finally getting on their feet. You can hear that they're getting a little bit louder.
I think that last play was the loudest I've heard it in here, all of our games.
I think so too. Now it looks like Tao Xiang, Michael number 57, is coming back into the game for Bing Sun. No, not for Bing Sun, for Barry, number 11.
Yeah, let's keep Nelson on the floor, leading all scores.
Yeah, this is not the time to be taking him off. Mars inbounding, and here's Michael Tao. Goes around Ndoy. Once again, Bing Sun loses the ball. Li Xinquan passes it off to Xiao An, and Xiao An, just like that, Mr. Race Car, 101.93. Again, the Leopards fans going nuts. Now, this kind of happened in the last game too. Nelson was scrambling a little bit too much, overcompensating in the last minutes of Friday night's game. So we're kind of seeing that once again here. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left on the time.
That rebound gives DeMarcus Cousins his double-double, 23 and 10.
Hassan Chroma killing the time here. It's his shot to make. And he does not make it, but draws a foul.
Ndoy on the floor again.
It's going to be called an offensive foul on Hassan Chroma.
Did he kick his leg out on the shot? Maybe we'll see a replay.
It doesn't matter, Hassan. It's worst case, you missed the shot.
Let's take a look. Called an offensive foul. The leg
on the
kick.
leg.
Yeah, it's the leg kick.
Oh.
But
gets Ndoy to fall.
He falls a lot. Good call by the referee. Textbook kick out.
Yeah.
As
Good
DJ
eye.
Afro rocks the boo track. Dubé Bray does have a point there.
It's side out. Come on, you know it. It's the wrong call. You know it. Side out red.
Dubé Bray.
He's got it right.
Yeah.
If it is an offensive foul, it's side out red, but the shot was away, so like they called it after the shot. But he did call it an offensive foul.
I'm not really surprised that the crew chief is standing his guard. He is a FIBA certified referee, just like all the referees at T1, but he has called many international games, so he's gonna stick to that call. He's pretty stubborn.
Dubé Bray's got a case. He did call an offensive foul on the floor. You shouldn't be shooting free throws on an offensive foul. I'd say there's 3 points now in this game that have not been affected by the Leopards. That guy that came on the floor, these 2 points here.
Dubé Bray needs to be careful because Yurong has been known to give tees pretty...
I think the referee might have known he made a mistake there.
101.95.
Mars need a stop.
Ling Xinquan skips it. Now it's Hassan Chroma. Finds DeMarcus Cousins. Once again kicks it out to the perimeter. Xiao An. Deep for 3. Off the iron. Cousins saves it though with 2.
Another one of those somehow, someway buckets for Cousins.
Definitely a lot of that. We saw that when Leopards went into OT with the Aquas. Tao Xiang 4-3 off the mark. Here's Xiao An with the rebound. Momentum looks like is on the Leopards side here with an 8-point lead.
Look for them to slow it right down.
Xiao An coming in for himself. He goes under through the baseline, comes around, no look pass to Ling Xinquan, catch and shoot for number 12. Bing Sun deep, goes in for three, and there's a three-point bucket.
Ling Bing Shen Nelson keeping the Mars in this game.
34 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists.
Referee calls a timeout. Another break.
Talking to the T1 employees at the scoreboard, or at the score table.
Not sure, can't make out what the call is. Another break.
Another delay in
So
game.
referee's timeout, possibly something with the clock. Nelson, that three to the rafters and through the hoop.
Well, still the Leopards' possession here. 1 minute, 7 seconds left on the game. Lasan Chroma coming in, draws a foul off of Jalen Johnson.
Giving Chroma a chance to add to his totals. Stuck on 13 right now.
His lowest game, lowest scoring game so far. His lowest one was, or second to lowest one, was back in November 18th, his first game debuting in T1, only scoring 14 points. There we go. There goes 14 points for Chroma.
Leopards have to be happy with their effort from their local Taiwanese guys today. Taiwanese guys stole the show today.
Definitely. The Taipei Mars calls for another timeout, and here's Milan Stevanovic making the play call here. We still have the Leopards players before the timeout on the court. Li Qiwei, Jiang Yuan, Ling Xinquan, Cousins, and Chroma. Now for the Mars, we have Bing Sun, Cao Junxiang, Coco, Chen Wenhong, Ndoi, and Johnson. Quick handoff to Nelson. It's Lasan guarding Nelson. He kicks it off to Coco, and there's another three for number 8.
Just like the coach drew up in the timeout, nice execution from the Mars. One possession basketball game.
Again, Coco, an old guard of the Taipei Mars' crew, but coming in at clutch points. Here's DeMarcus Cousins, kicks it off to Li Qiwei. Let's see if we can get another three. Yes, we can! It's 107-101. Leopards still managed to keep a lead here in the game. 38 seconds left to go, Bing Sun. Here it is once again, last-ditch effort gets 2.
Leopards wanted an offensive foul on Nelson, working his elbows to get position. After Kiwi hits now his biggest shot of the playoffs with that last one.
It's going to be another foul called on Jiang Yuan. That's his 6th today, so that's it for number 14 with 33 seconds left to go.
He spent those 6 fouls wisely, all hard fouls.
Had quite a performance today.
Had a great game, little race car. Almost had himself a double-double. Smallest guy on the floor with 9 rebounds.
How many timeouts we have?
Leopards with 2 timeouts left, as we see Johnny Yen talking to Xiao An. Take a look at that foul.
Nelson did hook him a bit. Replay doesn't look great.
It's in favor for the Mars. Nelson will be at the free throw line. Xiaoan putting in the work today, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists.
Did have himself a double-double. Good for you, little race car.
Big Sun, third time at the free throw line in this quarter.
Oof.
Rattles in just barely. His free throw percentage in the regular season, 76%. And his playoff percentage, it's dropped a little bit at 71. He makes both of those there. It's 107, 103. Full court press. Here's Gao Jingwei. Double teamed by Johnson and Michael. That's going to be a foul called on.
Intentional foul stops the clock. They're going to try to see if they can get Mouse to miss a free throw.
Did not hear who the personal foul was called on, but Gao Jingwei will be at the free throw line for the Leopards.
They're going to get into the fouling now. They got a lot of time left, 28 seconds, to see if these guys can miss a free throw. Mouse, I don't think is the guy you want on the line. Pretty solid from the free throw line.
Charlton wanting to put in Barry back into the game. 28 seconds left. Makes Gao Jingwei, Mouse makes his first free throw shot. Now he's having quite a game today also, 26 points. It's 100% at the charity stripe. This one should be good to go also.
Mouse with 27 and Cousins with 25. Mouse standing at, what was it, 5'9"?
5'9".
Big game from the little Mouse.
We got some powerful rookies coming from Zhenxing Keda. Last season we had Gu Mao Weijia, not even 6 feet, as well as Gao Jingwei at 5'9". As Nelson desperately tries to get in too.
They're gonna have to foul. They're gonna have to foul.
Time is ticking, and the lead is only getting bigger for the Leopards. Now Cousins will get a chance at the free throw line. Take a look. Nelson, once again, just desperately getting in the shot.
Chroma's gonna have to shake Mouse's hand after the game for picking up the pace. Chroma, not a great game. 14 points, no rebounds.
Maybe import of the year got into his head, who knows? But they do have a little bit more time to rest in between. They only had 1 day of rest yesterday. Now the next game is not until May 30th, Thursday night, where they will play in Taipei, Heping Gymnasium. 111, 103, 16 seconds to go. Michael Tao, he's gonna come in for the lay-in from the inside.
Got a foul.
There's another foul. Just like you said, Scott. Second one for Barry coming off the bench.
All heart from the Mars with 8 seconds left, down by 6. Puts Lassane Chroma on the free throw line. He's good. He's good from the free throw line.
DeMarcus Cousins, done for the day. A great effort for number 15, Liu Kai, number 82, coming into the game.
I like that play, getting Cousins off the floor last couple seconds here. No sense in getting him in trouble. As Chroma misses the free throw, 2 possessions now. 2 possessions and a miracle needed by the Mars. This one will seal it.
15 points for Chroma today. 7 seconds left to go. Big Sun with the final possession. He drops in 2. As the MC goes off, shouting Leopards, the crowd goes off, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Taoren Leopards' second win in the T1 finals. It's 107 or 112-107.
Another 5-point win for the Leopards. That's pretty much the spread on these games so far, 5 points.
You know, we talked about it before. It's the 4th seed against the 1st seed, but their record against each other is quite close. The Leopards only getting 4 wins and Mars getting 3. So, you know, these games are going to be intense, even though Leopards have won two of the games so far.
Taiwanese guys showed up to play. Nelson finished with 38 points. What a playoff performance from Nelson. Mars come up short.
Now we see DeMarcus Cousins with the post-game words. Now, once again, there was a significant delay of game because of his own personnel getting onto the court, but luckily it did not get into the Leopards' heads, did not affect their game. Now, we did mention Nelson having quite a game once again, but
38 points off the bench has got to be a T1 League playoff record.
现场我们访问到的是高景伟，那今天也攻下27分。那球队在这次比赛获得主场的2连胜，系列赛取得2比0的领先。谈谈这场比赛对你们的意义还有胜利的心情。
Making 9 of his 13 shots.
艰难的比赛，因为我
getting
们
all of
从
his
前
free
面
throws
落后10几分到最后来，我觉得每一个人都不放弃啊，我觉得这对我们来说很重要，在面对接下来的比赛。
那你刚才也提到，在第1节的时候落后10分以上，但是在第2节到第3节开始，你们出现了翻转。你觉得翻转的契机在哪里？
当然是从我们的防守开始做起。那今天台新的外线也非常准，那我们就是尽量让他们多点切入，不要让他们那么好出手这样子。
那你个人在第3节单节攻下了13分，全场最后攻下27分。谈谈你在第3节是怎么样让自己还有球队的表现可以提升起来？
今天大家的手感都不太好嘛，那其实我可以利用我的挡拆去破坏。那有些外线的出手也刚好也把握住，这样子我就从比较基本的开始做。
是。那今天 Cousins 也攻下27分，谈谈他在 Game 1、Game 2带给球队的力量，还有怎么样在这场比赛也帮助到你们。
我觉得他就是一个身为我们球队领导者的角色吧，他就是带着我们大家前进，然后在我们犯错的时候可以给我们一些指导，这样子我觉得蛮感谢他在这一部分带给我们的能量。
系列赛2比0的领先，接下来要前进到客场，谈谈你们接下来会怎么样的备战，会是以什么样的心情来面对客场的作战。
Also a team leader for the team, pepping them up and giving them the talk and whatnot behind the scenes in the locker room on the court.
那我觉得不变的是我们在防守端跟进攻端都要契合起。那我觉得继续保持这样的渴望，我相信我们接下来比赛我们应该会赢球这样子。
好，谢谢景伟接受我们的访问，那也恭喜你们拿下胜利。
谢谢谢谢。
谢谢主播，也谢谢景伟，请景伟先留步一下嘛，邀请我们的电报女，电报女，请我们今天的3个访问英雄高景伟来进行合影，谢谢。那么也感谢今天球迷朋友这么热情踊跃的进场，我们接着后面2场的赛事将移师到各队台北战士的主场，
keep pushing with the scores, and he did exactly just that today, as he's the MVP for the Leopards organization. Now, stay tuned for more T1 basketball as Game 3 will be set at Heping Gymnasium. Scotty D, any final words before you take off?
Well, if it makes it to a 5th game, I might be back, but no, I'm done. I'm done. That's it. I'm in Thailand for a golf tournament myself. TC is going to take you for Game 3 and 4.
Well, Scotty D, thank you so much for being on the call with me. And folks, don't forget, May 30th, Game 3, Taiwan Leopards against the Taipei Mars. We thank you so much for tuning in. TC and Scotty D signing off.
请我们的电报女，电报女一起跟我们。